Diablo, the Lord of Terror's semi-celestial binds are weakening, allowing him to walk among the mortal world in search of his brothers, the demon lords, Mephisto and Baal. As he draws nearer to his brethren, Diablo's power grows and will eventually permit him to shed his mortal coil. Together, the brothers, also known as the Three Prime Evils, seek out the World Stone, the heart and soul of this world, with the ultimate goal of corrupting the World Stone and controlling humanity drawing ever closer to reality. A small band of adventurers has been plucked from distant realms and thrown together in this new world, placed upon a path with the aim of stopping this corruption before it can consume everything and spread to other dimensions. Welcome to the world of Sanctuary.
Crank the memory back. There we go.
All right. Recording has begun. And welcome back to Abracadabra D&D. We have something very special planned for this week. We're going to play D&D. All right, let's do the recap. Sentinel, I think, wants to do the recap, so let's jump into this.
Last session, the unthinkable happened. We lost a comrade in arms, and we spent a great deal beginning the mourning process of losing our dearest of potheads, our dearest Theeb. He unfortunately died as he was an amazing archer and a powerful druid. We spent a great deal of time scavenging the Radament's crypt of sorts, looking for any semblance of why he was there and what was the purpose of this entire engagement to begin with. We discovered that a myriad of books laid in his crypt, and right now our heroes Rowan and Laz are currently in curiosity as to find what their meaning means for us. We made our way back to the surface, Leica still nowhere to be seen, or even heard of. We have met two unfamiliar faces as we have encountered two new individuals in our travels, Ross and Draven. To our knowledge, they seem to be in high spirits for this dreary land, and it should be interesting to see how our bonds grow further with them. We now know that information pertaining to the books may lead us to a library that Deckard Cain had suggested we meet up at. And Sentinel spent quite a big deal of time currently forging iron and steel for the wolves, trying to gain more knowledge and prowess in connection to these people. Now we come across another challenge, deciding what we can do for our fallen comrade to honor his passing. If I'm missing something, please tell me.
No, just kind of how we ended it, really. With
I'll bite your tongue.
with Sentinel kind of headed to the forge to possibly work out some frustrations and do his thing that he does in the forge. Rowan and Lazarus decided to take a much needed long, hot, steamy bath.
Simon did too.
As well did as Simon. And Grease had gone to his current residence as his sister had been asking for him and was quite worried about him. And our two new guys, Stalemate, or Draven, and Ross, had been left alone in a room with a corpse. So, yeah, with that, that's where we're going to pick up. First, we will pick up with Grease.
Hello.
I'm going to put everyone... I'm going to leave everyone on the home screen for now. You have come into your home, and of course, last week, Lycelia had practically attacked you upon entering. She was concerned about you. I think that's it. That's all I'd really said to you at that point. Yeah. So, yeah, she will. That's right.
shower.
She did. Yep. She did hug you and then push you away and tell you to bathe. That you stunk of shit. So after crawling through the sewers, I mean, it's it is what it is, right? So at this point, I will say you have probably washed your ass and have some comfortable clothes on. What would Grease be doing at this very moment?
At this very moment, Grease will be reflecting on what has happened today during the sewers. The group that he lost their friend and wishing that he could have done more. He would be just sitting wherever that would be comfortable, just kind of just staring off into space.
Okay. You're probably sitting in some type of lounge room in the home that you have. So your thoughts would be interrupted. I heard y'all lost someone down there.
Yes. Well, I was gonna take him out for a drink, but there's nothing much I can do. I wish there was more that could be done.
These
He was a good man.
people. Oh, you know what? I guess I should probably use the same accent, huh? Okay. Oh, hold on. These people, they are good people? Yes?
Well, yes, they are. They are very good people. They may look different, but they are good.
I have not seen them, but I have heard stories that they may be one particular as monstrous in appearance.
Well, yes, this is true.
That probably talking about the one that's still in prison, by the way, the tiefling, which did yeah, you did see him. That's right.
They do look monstrous, but they are good. Now that I have my chance to work with them.
You do know that Tegan sent you down there hoping to get you killed.
I figured.
That bastard is relentless. I just want to put a dagger in his neck.
Well, who knows what might happen in the future? Maybe. But I'm not sure. There's still a lot of work to be done.
With this, you recognize a twinkle in her eye as she looks at you, and slightly excited look comes over her face. Well, maybe introduce me to your friends? I would like to see this big metal man everyone speaks of.
Ah, yes. He is very different. I will introduce you to the mole.
Actually, yeah, maybe tomorrow is best.
Yes,
It's
I'm
quite late.
Yes, and I'm also quite tired. It was a little rough. Actually, a little more than a little rough. I should head to bed.
Very good. I'm going to fix a snack. Are you hungry?
You know that might be a bad idea.
All right. She goes off into the kitchen and begins. She takes out some bread, some vegetables, and maybe some cured meat of some type. And with that, I believe you'll probably eat and head to bed. If you want to, you can hit. You can open your character sheet and hit the long rest. Make sure you get all your stuff back. The rest of you, Ro and Lazarus, you guys are still soaking in some water that's beginning to cool. Maybe not so much Lazarus, as he can just, fart fire whenever he fucking wants, basically, and heat his up. But what are you two doing? As you can talk to each other through the wall, it's a little echoey, but you can hear each other on the other side of the walls. Unless you're falling asleep in the water, then I don't know, you might be dead.
So tomorrow, I intend to go see Deckard. Lazarus?
You muted, Laz.
Oh, and she puts careful emphasis on Lazarus instead of Lazarus because of the correction from last time.
Yeah? Why do you need to see Deckard?
Well, we've got the books that I'd like to look into, and maybe there's some information at the library that could be helpful.
I've been meaning to go to the library, or wanting at least, since we got here. But I guess that wouldn't kill me to join you.
Wouldn't kill you? Well, I'll try not to take offense to that.
I don't really like this town.
We've also have to... I don't know what to do with Theeb.
Well, the way kobolds handle corpses probably isn't the way that you would want to handle this one. So I don't have any ideas. Maybe a burial. I remember when I was trying to learn human speak, there's these things called funerals.
A funeral for Theeb?
That would work. It involves a lot less fire than kobold funerals.
You guys build pyres? Funeral pyres?
Yeah.
Cooking pyres.
When you live with about 150 other people in the same tunnel system, it kind of gets overcrowded once you start making babies. It's a lot.
A lot of burning. then?
It's a lot of babies.
To feed.
Hmm.
It's the bones.
I
that
should
be crunchy.
probably ask Simon what he wants to do. They were closer, weren't they?
uh, judging by judging by his reaction when he was walking out of the cave, I think Simon would much rather be buried in the ground with him. I don't think he's going to give much of a rational answer right now.
Then perhaps a night's rest, and then we can
That
discuss
might work.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, that might work.
In the meantime, though, I should probably prepare Theeb's body.
Prepare.
Yes, prepare. We live in
You mean
this is a world where the evil likes to resurrect the dead. I'm not letting them touch Theeb's body.
Do you mean like they did with that fucking guy down in the sewer? Where you remove all his fucking organs and put him in a box?
I'm not removing his organs. That's mummification.
Oh, what do you mean prepare?
As
Yeah,
in, I'm going to prevent someone from erasing him, from like turning into a zombie. Maybe that.
How do you plan to do that?
It's just a small chat I master used to show me. Okay. It's supposed to protect the dead from those who would desecrate the corpse.
I mean, if it's less messy than fire, then by all means, try it.
Okay, fine, I will. And she gets up from the you can hear her like forcefully get up from the tub. And then, like, there's a bit of a shuffle. You hear some clanging as she throws her armor inside of her bag. And she storms out of the bathroom.
All right.
She has a long tunic on, but that's about it. She's kind of like she has her bag holding in hand, a long tunic, so it's like barely covering, but like she's storming back into the bedroom.
Half naked and soaking wet. Perfect.
As soon as you walk out, and the map will be loading for you here in a momentarily. But as soon as you walk out, you notice a guard standing at the end of the hallway. You know what? I'll wait until you load so you can see.
Was that long enough for me to have a short rest?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Loading loot, 27%.
Yeah, I got a lot of people pinging my computer right now to load, so. Simon's already loaded. Holy shit. He was loaded almost instantly.
Axe.
But anyways, you see a guard at the end of the hallway. I'll just go ahead and tell you. You see another guard, and I don't know if you recall, but at the end of the hallway it was kind of a dead end. And then it went up into like a T and opened up to other rooms. But you see a guard standing at the dead end, right next to the door where you come out of. There's another guard you notice at the other end, kind of standing at the T intersection there. Oh, you can see now. So, Lazarus, you have a new token. Press tab, see if it works, see if you can move it. Or select your token, whatever. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, she is not here. Let's move her. Yep. So, you see this guard standing here. And when he sees you, he kind of scoots back against the wall there. Oh, pardon me. And he kind of looks away from you. This guard at the end of the hallway here, who is also just kind of standing there looking, and then you see this one here in this doorway too, just kind of looking down the hall. This guard here, as soon as you step out, he turns and begins to just kind of walk by, very, very, like, almost startled when he sees you. He kind of turns and begins to move along. This one closes the door, and this one here again, the one directly in front of you, is just, he just kind of looks away, almost looking for a way out, and then he turns. Oh yes, yeah, and he goes into this room and closes the door.
I'm gonna kind of look around and go, was it something I did? Huh. Walks out. Huh.
You hear a door shut as he walks in.
Gonna walk back towards the room.
You see this guy here. Oops, I didn't mean to jump you around. He, looking down the hallway, he sees you and he kind of turns away and begins talking to someone you can't quite see. Must be someone around the corner there.
Should probably ask Reeves about this. At a later date. Okay.
As soon as you get to the door and open it,
Yep.
there, you
Yep.
hear, and you see a head peek out of this room here, as the guard kind of, oh, that's a little too far, steps out and just kind of looks down the hallway. He sees you, and then he looks back the other way, and then backs away into the room, closes the door again.
Is this something I can make an insight check on?
I mean, yeah, you can make an insight check if you wish.
Okay. Well, I don't know shit, guys.
They appear to be watching you, but you're not sure if they're watching you specifically or if they were just, watching the happenings of the tavern.
I'm gonna step in. Close the door.
What does she see when she walks into the room? Sean, are you back yet?
And cutscene. Next person.
Yeah, hold on. Absolutely. Yes, to your question there. Hang on. Let's do this. Oh, shit. Does that work? Yeah, there you go. Damn. So, let me do this. Well, this is gone. Oh, Rowan. I forgot about this. I need to give you some stuff. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. So the answer is yes. How can we do this? You know what? Can you guys kind of explain what she sees as she walks in?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what the hell you guys were up to, so...
So the last thing that we were getting at before the end of last session, I don't know if you're there, Ross, but if not, I'll go ahead and fill it in. Stalemate had said a comment like, "How about I bite your tongue?" And in the moment, they were about to get into a scrap with each other. Stalemate remembered what kind of got him into this mess a little earlier, and thought better of it, kind of lowering his fist. How about the peace offering? Would you mind grabbing us drinks and diffuse the situation? So, right now, I would imagine if Ross isn't there, Stalemate and Ross are a little drunk right now because they've been drinking. Next to a dead corpse. You walk in and they are like Stalemate is miming almost pouring the drink into Theeb's mouth, and Ross is like, don't do it.
That's not how that works.
They are fucking with your dead friend's body. That's what they're doing. That's fucked
You
up.
know, I don't think Theeb would prefer alcohol over his other.
Wait, what other? Other what? Let me know. What do you mean?
She steps forward, tosses, like, puts her bag of holding on, like, the middle bunk right here.
Oh, she is very scantily dressed at the moment and dripping wet. Just saying.
Is it a towel?
She has like a tunic.
It's a long tunic.
Or on, but it's like sticking to her because it's all wet. So just imagine, somebody coming out
She's
of a bathhouse.
trailing water is what's happening.
Yeah, so the clothes are hugging her very tightly.
Grease Part 3.
I'm just that Stalemate would notice these things.
No, that's not how you prepare a body. I'm gonna closer. As I walk closer, I'm tossing the bag. I'm like putting the bag of holding down, and then I am going to. Oh, we lost someone.
Andre.
Hey, Stalemate, you back?
Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, he's
That's
there. We just lost him on camera, but he's still connected.
Okay.
Why is there no freaking music?
Oh, Discord imploded on him.
Uh-oh. Alright, well, let's give him a minute.
Oh, jeez!
Alrighty then.
Wow.
God!
That's impressive.
Discord being Discord.
Gotta love it.
I mean, as
Why am I
some,
so good?
we're all prone.
I
We
guess
back.
it just likes to cause discord, I guess.
Not funny.
Damn.
I'm too weak to fight back against that corny joke. We heard Ross. Ooh, he's back.
Yes, sorry.
I'm gonna wait until Andres
Yeah, let's give it a minute.
established. Yeah.
So we will. So I hear Sean's voice. I assume you're good now. You're back.
I am back.
All right. While we're waiting for Andre to reconnect, we'll jump to Sentinel real quick. Sentinel, you're in the forge. Sati has watched you perform what he considers a miracle. He sent his guys home after seeing that you can just forge things out of thin air, damn near. As the night is growing, I assume you are, just getting familiar with this forge, seeing, make sure it's got all the tools you may need, this and that. If there's anything that you would not have, he may have. But prior to you doing anything else, a settee. He sits and again, he asks you a million questions about how to do this. He's not stupid. You can teach him. Just show him. Come on, you're holding back. You know, all that shit. You know, at some point in the night, he, you know, he's tired. He's human. He needs to get some sleep. But he will trust you to a point where he will say, yeah, he'll look at you at one point as the night has grown very late. I will leave you to the smith. Just keep in mind I have some friends that may be swinging by tonight. Pay them no mind. It is okay. And as he says this, he goes over and he has some windows they're not like massive windows, but they are probably about 2 feet wide and long, very very tall, and they are latched with 3 latches, one on top, one on bottom, and one on the side, and then the other side obviously is the way it swings. He goes over and unlatches the 3 latches and slightly nudges the window open. Just to let the heat out, and he.
Can I roll insight against that?
Sure. It's to let the heat out. So, with that, he closes, he walks out, leaves, he grabs a few things, leaves, and now that, as you kind of watch him leave, this is the first time you're really paying attention, there are a lot of locks on this door. Very heavy locks, and as he closes it, you hear, and all these locks along the door are locking behind him. And you hear the jingle of keys as he begins to walk away and leaves you in the forge pretty much locked in. I mean, you can unlock it from the inside, but,
I'll make a new doorway if I need to. Sentinel kind of like just glances for a moment, just, thinking of feeling kind of weird that he'd lock so many locks but leave the windows open, knowing he doesn't worry about the heat. But he's not too concerned as he kind of resumes, taking inventory now that he was alone of of everything that's in the store. Just kind of like looking around at all the resources that may be scattered about.
All right. You find. You know what? I forgot to get a damn. Well. I didn't forget, actually. I was gone all week out of town, so I was not able to get a map for this forge, unfortunately. I will have one next week, I promise. I'll do that this weekend. Anyways, so, well, give me a perception check.
All right.
Just as your first initial glance. Jeez, you and the 2s tonight, man.
I know, it bounced off the corner in it too.
So you're in a smithy and you see some metal. You see a couple of partially forged weapons. You see stacks of spears, and you see not a rack, but a barrel with the hilts of. Uh-oh, we lost somebody again. Oh, Andre's having issues.
Yeah.
Not to worry. I'm sure he'll get it squared away. I believe in him.
Hang on a second. Somebody... Yeah, tell him... I mean, hell, he can restart his computer if he wants to. I mean, just do a complete restart. But anyways, yeah, Control-Alt-Delete. Task Manager, shut it down completely. Something, I don't know. Close it from there, maybe. Maybe it's not closed. Oh, there he is.
His thing's here. Can you hear us?
All right, cool.
All
right. You see a barrel with the hilts of weapons sticking out. You assume to be what you've seen on most of the guards here, scimitars or short swords. There are, in the corner of the smith, there are a lot of spears that have no tips. You find another smaller barrel, kind of about, it looks like it's been cut in half, and inside there are tips and tips for spears.
Okay.
Also, what looks like the tips of maybe some arrows or bolts for crossbow bolts, but you don't see any shafts.
It's just the tips for bolts.
Yeah,
Okay.
just the tips. Also, there are no shafts, just tips. Sorry, guys. We have in here as well a lot of broken weapons, kind of thrown in the corner. A lot of hilts, a lot of half a scimitar, half of a short sword, a broken spear. You know, the spears. Oh, what you rolled? 9? Oh, okay,
Rolled a
never mind.
9.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what you see. There are some suits of armor in here, but they actually look like maybe they've been hanging on the wall for quite some time. You do recall that almost every guard you saw here is wearing some type of leather or studded leather type armor for maneuverability, looks like. A lot of young kids, young adults in the wolves that are probably not trained in such heavy armors, and they need to be able to quickly roll out armor and weapons for, you know, people.
Quick
So
engagements. Okay. Sentinel's just kind of like after, you know, just glancing through everything very quickly. Again, his mind's still a little, you know, strained from the day. He's just gonna take a moment to just put himself in a corner somewhere where he can see the entire room, and just kind of slowly go inert. You know, just staring at one of the forge's flames, just kind of like softly kindled as he
Okay.
just goes into inert mode. His eye just kind of like hazily staring out, and then also kind of glancing every so often back at the flame, just thinking about what everything that's happened today, just becoming like almost like a well of emotion, just kind of just letting it suppress for the time being, as he'll go inert.
since Warforged can't cry, next time it rains, just go stand in the rain so you can feel the rain run down your face like tears. So, all right. Now that Theeb, God damn it, Andre is back. Let's jump back to this situation here. What is going on, Ross, Theeb? God damn it, Ross, Stalemate, and wait, what is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, and Rowan. Sorry.
Rowan,
No, that's not how you prepare a body. I'm gonna rush forward, and I'm gonna mutter a soft prayer under my breath, and then let me target Babe. I'm going to channel divinity. Well, as I'm walking, I'm harnessing my divine power to recover a spell slot. Where is it? Is it this one? I guess so. Okay. And Jesus. Everything's changed. I am casting Gentle Repose on Theeb's body, and like a glow, like a slight light is going to shine from Rowan as she places her hand on Theeb's chest. Just a glow. It almost looks like a spark show. You guys don't know what it did, but she said preparing a body, so.
You keep touching this dead body. It's weird.
You imbecile. It is clearly a ritual. Forgive him. He's little more than an ingrate on the best of days. You are a priestess indeed. He must have been a very remarkable individual.
I wouldn't say remarkable.
I wouldn't either. And also, Ross, your vocabulary has expanded. That is wonderful. Your tongue is as sharp as your sword now.
I would look at him. I would look at you, Draven, and say,
Big smirk.
perhaps we will have a chance to show you just how sharp the sword is, my friend.
Hold
Do
on,
not
how do I
flirt with
send
me
messages again?
in front of women. It is unbecoming. We can flirt later when she's not around and it's just you and I, like before.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Rowan.
Yeah, I think I let my gaze linger for a moment, and I look back at Rowan. You seem to be in need of more dress. I can leave if you wish.
He can also stay if you wish. If you know what I mean.
I think I throw a lazy punch in Draven's direction.
Raven takes it.
Not really trying. It just kind of instinctively just shoots out. Yeah. Not even trying to hurt him. Just like shut up. Bam.
Oh. Ross, I'm pretty sure. You know, she's vulnerable right now. You catch my drift? I think you have a shot.
If only you had died along with everyone else. I mean, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Oh shit. Okay.
I missed that. She's not really paying attention. Actually.
Stalemate folds his arms and just stares at you. Ross.
Yeah, I meet your gaze for a little bit and then clear my throat. Lady Rowan, what are you doing?
What is
What do you
Rowan
mean,
doing?
what? Rowan has taken a seat by the bed, like on the bed that Theeb's body is at, and she's actually taken out like a suture and thread, and she's gonna try to close up the wounds that are on Theeb's body.
Okay.
Oh, and she's also going to see if Iniphis is there. Any Iniphis is there.
Yeah, give me, you know what? Just give me another investigation check. Since you're looking for something specific.
Am I allowed to guidance myself?
Would you in this moment? I mean,
Actually, no.
okay. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, you can't seem to find it.
Did anyone else come into this room?
No. Just the two of us were here. Along with Theeb, I believe his name is.
His bag of herb is gone.
I look at Draven with a very flat expression.
I just wanted to see what it was.
I mean, if you
Come on,
really want to be fucked up by smoking it, then by all means.
Is that what this is?
But you have to share. It's for the funeral.
But of course, milady. Draven does an absurdly fancy bow for no reason. Here, you start. I don't know how.
Is this ceremonial in nature? An honorary custom in these lands to the dead?
Rosé, when you have a drink in you, does it matter?
No, it's just something Theeb used to do, and I think he would appreciate it if we did it in his honor. I am gonna save a few. How many herb? Like, how much herb is in that bag?
How much herb is left, baby?
How much herb is in there?
Let's toke up, dude.
Andre, how much herb would you have had on Theeb?
Like any given time?
Yeah.
Any given time.
All of it. Just say all of it.
It's-
We're gonna do it.
It's a problem. Like, you look in the bag,
It's a problem.
and like,
Good answer.
it's... First off, you didn't realize he had as much as he did in that bag because of the size of it. When he pulled it out, it was always in a way that you couldn't see, but seeing the bag now that he has... it makes you want to judge him.
God.
Oh, Theeb, you had a problem. Oh boy.
Plus the edifice he added to that as well.
So I assume there is plenty for everyone to be smoking at least one joint.
I'm sure.
Or
yes.
at the very least, I'm going to take one that's been pre-wrapped, I'm going to light it, and then I'm going to pass it around.
I just imagine it's like, it's so bad that he spent all of his free time and there's all these little packs, almost like a cigarette pack of pre-rolls just stuffed in there.
And then I'm going to take one or two out of the bag, then I'm going to take the rest of the bag and put it in my bag of holding.
It's just Willie Nelson style. Jesus. Okay.
Bag of holding is, by the way, now that I know that like Draven has taken these bag, I'm gonna grab my bag and keep it on me.
Okay. With that little scene kind of unfolding, Simon, you are resting in this this tub up here, alone with your thoughts, and you do, with your passive perception, hear someone in and out the stall. I mean, in and out of this area beyond your closed door. I'm assuming your door is closed. You're sitting in a tub. I mean, I don't know. Is it? Would you have closed the door?
Simon really didn't care about the door.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of... I'm assuming you kind of stand there and like, almost zoned out, not thinking, just kind of strip your clothes off and step into this tub. But you've been sitting in there for quite some time with your thoughts and kind of maybe a sniffle here and there, still wiping your face. You notice the water's starting to get pretty cool.
And
you realize, yeah, you realize you've been in here for quite some time.
Simon's good.
Okay, you gonna just stay there even longer?
Yeah.
Okay. Every once in a while, you hear a shuffle somewhere outside of outside of your door. There, somebody has entered the area, and they are just staying in there. I mean, as far as you... Well, you know what? You may not have really noticed what this room was when you walked in. You probably were completely consumed by thoughts and not really paying attention. So I'll just leave it at that. There's somebody standing near your door. You hear them shuffling. Every once in a while you hear kind of clear their throat.
Okay, at that point, I get out of the tub and I walk straight to where the noise is.
Okay, yeah, you walk out the door there and you see this guard standing at the fireplace. Just standing there, and he sees you out the corner of his eye and he looks at you. You also see one outside the hallway, just kind of posted there outside the door.
I am butt naked, dripping wet too.
Yeah, they glance at you, like I said, but they immediately turn. They don't want to see your pruny, shriveled self.
I turn to the one that I see the Oh, never mind. No, that wouldn't work. It's gonna make a helicopter joke.
Oh, what? What is that?
Exactly. So, I turn to that guy and I'm like, hey, what do you want?
Oh, which one? The one by the fire, the one in the hallway.
This one.
Well, I was just warming up a little. That's all.
This is our room, isn't it? Or is this like
No,
the
this is
common...
like a common bathroom.
Okay.
There's no toilets here, but this is like where you just come to bathe.
So I turn to the guy down there and I ask him the same thing.
He immediately begins walking. Just passing by. Why? The grid doesn't line up. Oh, that sucks. Okay. When you step out, you notice another guard here who was just kind of standing there staring down the hallway. He immediately... Oops, not both of them. He immediately turns and steps aside as this one comes out and around. You hear the clatter of a chair being dragged across the floor, and this guard takes a step forward.
Okay.
Kind of out of your vision there.
I'm assuming all my clothes and everything are back in the stall.
Absolutely.
All right. So I go gather that shit up. Ping, ping.
All right. I'm gonna have to try to line the grid up on this thing a little better.
And I step out into this room.
The same guard that was by your doorway, you see him standing here. As soon as you come out of the hallway, he turns to the guy sitting at the table. And he walks around and has a seat. Not looking at you any further.
Okay. Seeing as how I'm naked and holding all of my gear, I'm gonna go back to the room, whichever direction that is.
Okay, so that would be over here, all the way across through the barmaids, butt ass
And I
naked.
proudly walk across the bar room floor.
And into here, as you four are in the room discussing Theeb's belongings, in walks a completely naked Simon, holding all of his gear. Yeah.
Rowan is taking a puff from from one of Theeb's herbs. I don't know. What do you call it? And when Simon, she's facing the door because she's trying to like have both Ross and Stalemate in sight, and she just sees everything, and as she inhales, she just starts coughing because like, no,
no.
Simon, let's close that. Wait, no, I should not be talking. I say as I cross my legs now.
Simon sees this scene right here, drops all of his clothes.
Wait, let me describe the scene to you, Simon. As you walk in, you see these two men standing or sitting on the bed across from Rowan. One looks to be standing there. You don't know what was going on, but Rowan's kicked back with just like a robe or a tunic on, obviously very, very naked, smoking. You don't know what the fuck just happened, but
I'm kind of lounging over Theeb's body.
it looks like somebody had a good time or is having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Simon sees this, immediately drops everything that he was carrying, and goes, "Damn, man, our friend isn't even cold yet, and you guys are looting him."
No, this was a ceremony, an homage. It's to honor him. I was told. I looked from Simon to Rowan.
I was preparing his body, or rather tending to his body, and I figured, what better way to honor Theeb than to smoke a little. A little.
She did use the word ceremony.
I did not use ceremony in a
I heard
sentence!
it. I'm pretty sure I heard it. Don't lie.
I also heard the word ceremony. Sorry, Miss Rowan.
Fine, no smokes for you. Simon, do you want?
Sure, why not? I'm taking the purple bed.
Also, Simon. Sorry, I don't know your name. Continue.
Yeah. So, I walk over to the bed. I pick up my clothes. I put them, away in the corner. I guess that box, and I lay on the bed and roll all over it, squirm all over, drying myself off, and then proceed to get dressed.
Rowan is pointedly not looking in Simon's direction, just staring at Thiev's body. She's red, completely red, and is like, okay, no. In her mind, she's like, Theeb, what have you done?
Also, hey, I'm sorry, Sean, just a second. As you walked across the bar, oh, never mind, it's still light. Yeah, it's very late. Never mind, continue, Sean. I'm sorry.
No worries. I think I just look to the others and say, I think I'm going to find a few guards to speak with. May have intruded on a private something. And I get to my feet and start walking out the door. I don't really say anything to Draven.
Okay.
Draven doesn't say anything, but he does follow.
Yeah, y'all look like you'll need to get comfy.
Oh shit. There we go. Okay. Are y'all's names working now? Yes, okay. Sorry, I noticed you guys' names would pop up when I hovered over your tokens, so I had to change that. Yeah, as you guys step out, you see this guard here, who is kind of standing here, talking to someone just out of sight, but facing down the hallway. And as he sees you, he fully turns and engages with whoever it is he was talking to, avoiding your gaze.
I think in a low voice, glancing down the hall back to the guard, Draven, do you think those two have, Then I just look at you expectantly.
Are you referring to the guard or the naked man and the weird girl?
The latter.
Oh yes, they're going to have sex. Was that what you were asking?
Yes, let's get far away then.
Yes.
I think we made the right choice.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
I'm so glad I didn't try swallowing there.
That's what she said.
Let's get more drinks. It seems like the time, no? Lost in another world? Why not drink?
Punch him in the back.
Yeah, you guys can have a table, or grab a table, or sit at the bar. It is getting rather late. Apparently you two have gotten no in-depth answers as to where you are. They did tell y'all were somewhere else, but I mean, do you really understand that? Do you know what that means? Do you believe them? You're not quite sure. But as you guys find your way into the tavern, they do have food, they do have drinks. If you guys decide to have, I'm assuming Stelmate's a drinker.
Of course.
What about Ross?
Why would you not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a soldier. I love a good drink.
Okay, so if you guys are gonna have a few drinks, if you are going to eat anything. I don't know how many drinks you would have, but well, let's call it 5 gold total for the evening, including that'll include all your drinks in a meal.
Is our gold good here?
Yes, they do seem to accept gold. The gold looks different. The gold here is actually pressed and stamped with some rune that you're not familiar with.
I think we should play a drinking game. Okay. What we do is you ask a random person a question, and if I guess the answer, then you drink. If I get it wrong, I drink. Fair?
I seem to take a moment looking at you and then sigh, shaking my head. I feel like this is going to be just like that time in Termish.
Yes, but that ended up so very well for the both of us that night. What was her name?
Right, so first person we're asking then.
Alright. As you guys start this game here, we're gonna transition over into the morning. I'm assuming Rowan and Simon, eventually you guys would succumb to your exhaustion or you're not exhausted, but you're exhausted. You know what I mean? Mentally and physically. Lazarus, I'm assuming you would make your way to the room eventually, or would you sleep in the water? I don't know.
I did want to try to do the one thing that has only ever worked while I was in a bathroom.
Okay.
And that is commune with my horn.
Yep. Give me yeah. Give me intelligence and percentile.
Will Laz be horny?
Intelligence check or save?
Check. Intelligence check and a percentile. Oh,
Laz is
shit.
always in the bathroom playing with his horn.
Oh shit! All right.
Finally.
Yeah.
Plot development. Let's see
After 6 fucking months, yeah, you in this moment as you're sitting there, you kind of sink down. The fuck? Oh, you sink down into the water to where just your nostrils and your eyes and ears are sticking out, and kind of a sensory deprivation type situation. And you kind of close your eyes and you begin to focus on this horn, which you, even in the water, even taking a bath, you don't let it out of your hands, out of your sight. And it is under the water with you, and you begin to kind of pass your little claws around it, just feeling the contour and the slight runes that are etched into it. And as your eyes kind of close and roll back a little bit, you feel something, a twinge, a slight twinge. And your head kind of twitches. There's something else there. And it almost feels like when oh damn, I don't have your sheet pull up. What was his name? What was the dragon's name? Garin?
Garrus.
What was it?
Garrus.
Garrus. Yeah, it almost feels like when he would somehow, now you understand it was magic, but back then you weren't quite sure. It feels like when he would speak into your head using telepathy, like the spell. It feels like that, like something else is there, present. But it doesn't say anything. But you do see, as your eyes kind of pop open when you realize that connection, there's a connection there. You see a slight glow coming from under the water. And as you do so, you see a few runes across the horn light up and flash. And there's, very briefly, a extremely bright flash of light. And then it settles down and you just see the runes now, which you felt kind of etched into this horn. very slight glow, and they seem to be moving, kind of swimming around the horn, forming patterns. And with that, oh, well, when you get your long rest, you'll find out what happens. But yeah, you absolutely have made a connection to this thing, and you feel as though something is communicating with you now, but not in words.
Okay. Okay. It's exciting. Is this what it felt like when you connected with your fucking shield?
Well, his shield was like, what the fuck do you want? No.
Come back later.
Come back later, don't talk.
Actually, the first time he did it, the shield was like, I'm tired.
Shield just rolled over.
5 more minutes.
So, with that, would Lazarus, would he eventually make his way back to the room?
Yes, he'll lazily saunter his way to the room, also naked.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so everybody can go ahead and click the long rest, if you wish. After you guys have had some drinks and played your little drinking game, things got a little rowdy. There were no punches thrown, but as the night wears on and you get into your drinking, you notice that a lot of the guards, a lot of the guards in the blue are really focused on you two. Even from across the tavern, you catch them locking eyes with you. And you also see, before you get too far into the drinks, you notice that the guards are constantly walking down the hallway towards the room that you guys were in with Rowan. And the tavern sound just got really loud, didn't it? Holy crap. Turn it down. Can't hear you over all the people in the tavern. Shut up, everybody. But nothing really bad happens. If you guys would like to put yourselves in the room, you will wake up in the morning, and I'm pretty sure at this point you guys are used to hangovers. Well, maybe not even a thing for you anymore, but you wake up groggily in the morning, and Rowan, we'll put you in bed here. So, 6 of you, where is...
She's put on pants by now, by the way.
But no shirt.
She was wearing a shirt.
You say so.
Oh, well.
Alright. The morning comes. Rowan, Simon, Lazarus, you guys, I think, would probably... And Ross probably would wake up first. Stalemate, a little less disciplined, would probably sleep a little longer until woken. That's just assume. I mean, if that's not the case, let me know. But I assume that's kind of what he would, the kind of person he would be after having drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys wake up in the morning and you know what you want to do and what needs to be done. Sentinel, we're gonna come to you during the night. And, damn it, I forgot about this. You see, well, this happens while you guys are sleeping. I'm sorry. At some point during the night, very, very late in the night, you are sitting there, and the window is within your sight in this forge. You see the window open, and you see 2 young humans crawl in through the window. At first, they don't notice you, as you were you ducked off into a corner so you could sit and see kind of everything. But they do come in and they're whispering back and forth. He said it was. Can't really quite hear with the forge. The flame from the forge still kind of crackling, and they are being extremely quiet. And you see them move across the room and not make a sound as they go into a room off to the back side, just out of your sight.
So I see them both walk in the room, and they just kind of like. So I don't see what they're doing.
No.
Okay. I will just kind of stare at the doorway of that room, and wait to see if they reemerge.
Yeah, you hear the clanging of metal, and you hear a little bit of shuffling on occasion, but they're extremely quiet. And as they reemerge, one of them says, "Oh yeah, what is that?" And you see one of them point at you. Do you move at all?
I will mutter an incantation under my breath, thinking them immediately to be thieves. I will cast Hold Person on both of them at 3rd level.
Oh shit. Wait. Do you have that spell? Because you have not gotten a full rest yet.
If I haven't had a full rest, I will not have it prepared.
Okay, so.
But I
what
have.
else would you do?
Would this within 6 hours of the shop closing?
He left you late, very, very late at night. So at this point, it would probably be 3 to 4 hours into the night after he left you. So you're still looking at, this is roughly midnight or so.
Okay. Then let me just uncheck that.
Maybe
and
1
put
in the
back.
morning.
Not
Not
hold
that
on.
you know what 1 in the morning would be, but you know.
Alright, cool. Well, I'll go back to the other spell I did have equipped. This works just fine. I cast Command.
Okay, what do you command? Oh, damn it. I gotta roll stuff?
Grovel.
What's your DC?
My DC is... that's a good question. 15. I think it's Charisma saving throw. I have to check real quick. Hold on.
It's Wisdom for command.
It is? Oh, okay.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I always get those
and
mixed
you
up.
cast it on one of them, I presume.
On 2 of them, I cast it
So
at
you
a
upcast
3rd
it?
level.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Actually, this would be 2nd level because it's a... what's it called?
one of them rolled a fucking 9. Oh, and the other one a natural 17. As they walk out of the room and stop, and one of them points at you. The one pointed at you, since I rolled first, and he was the first one out. He points at you and says something. I think he said, "What is that?" He immediately drops and begins to grovel, and the one behind him kind of walks into him. What are you doing? Get up! Get up!
I obviously will stand at full height and approach the one that's still standing. I'll point at him and I'll say, "Intruder," as stern as possible. Reveal yourself.
Yeah, he's got a bag over his shoulder, and you hear the clink clink of metal within the bag. Not coins, but metal. He takes a step back, not knowing what the fuck you are. As he does so, you see his face steel and a grimace come over his face as he kind of controls his nerves and his nervousness, and he pulls a small blade out of his waist, this little waistcloth that he has on, and it's not even a dagger. It's a fucking knife. It's not even a dagger.
Knife.
Yeah, pretty much. And he says, "Stay back! I don't make me hurt you, please."
I slowly step forward, continuing not to even be remotely concerned.
Get up, you fool! He slaps the other one in the back, and at this point, the other one stands, and the one behind, the one again with the knife, he begins to say, "You don't understand. We are," and he gets elbowed in the stomach, very hard by the one that was groveling. The one that was groveling then stands and says, "Look, we are leaving. We want no problem."
You may leave with what you came, but not with what you took.
You don't understand. We need this.
I would like to... Hold on. I'd like to insight against them.
Sure, go ahead.
No more twos?
But
No more twos?
no more twos, but a 7.
They both appear extremely nervous, but they didn't appear to be nervous until they saw you. But they look as though they know their way around the place. They look like they knew exactly where to go. They seem to be really not wanting to fight you. They didn't expect this.
Do I see any chairs nearby?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of chairs, stools, more stools in here, not chairs, but you see some stools.
I will lean over to the nearest chairs I have and pull them towards me, kind of like with the seats facing them, as I'll straight up just say, "If you need these weapons, then take a seat. I'd like to hear why."
They both turn and look at each other. We cannot say. It is not our place. And they are slowly, at this point you see them starting shifting, moving towards the window.
I didn't want to do this. Okay. Yeah. He's not gonna let them leave. Sentinel is just gonna again go, "I'd really rather you told me why you're trying to steal from this man. I technically don't really wish to cause you harm."
We are not stealing, the one behind that first pulled the knife says. Again, the one in front kind of elbows him. "Shut up. Look, I think we can trust him. He left him in here by himself." They start having this conversation between themselves. He's one of the strangers that went into the sewers. You know, like they just kind of going back and forth, all of a sudden ignoring you. Are kind of arguing as you're standing there looking at him.
Out of curiosity, which is the one that wants to tell me versus the one that doesn't want me to know?
The one that pulled the knife on you, that came out second, he was kind of starting to tell you things, and the other one would shut him up.
The one that's not talking, how far away from me is he?
They're probably 15, 20 feet away from you.
Okay. I look to the one that's trying to tell me what it is, and I say, "Well, you seem to be a more loose-lipped than your friend," and I reach my hand forward and I mutter an incantation as I banish his other friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that a charisma save?
That's a good question, actually. I haven't cast a spell before. That is
You have not long rested. Do you have this spell?
I should still... Oh, that's right, I don't have it yet. Never mind. I shouldn't have clicked the long rest button. Retcon!
Oh, shit.
Alright.
I didn't mean to roll that. It doesn't matter, I rolled a nat 20. Fuck! Well, Rowan did. Apparently I have Rowan selected. Sorry. So, either way, it doesn't work.
I just kind of have my hand still pointing at his friend, and I go, "I really don't want to have to knock you out.
Please.
Just let your friend tell me what I need to know."
Please just let us leave. He looks... Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My intimidation is so bad.
Well, you never know.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, he's... The one in front, again, is just like, we need to go. We need to leave. And they just they dart for the window, dude. You can intercept them, but yeah, they both charge for the window.
Sentinel just kind of like, takes a moment, curling his knuckles for a minute, and just sighs.
Give me a wisdom
As he-
check. Check, not save, just a check.
Gotcha. Damn, my rolls today. Holy
Right?
shit.
You do recall Sati telling you he had some friends stopping by and not to interfere, not to concern yourself with them. Looking at these two, they don't appear to be... they knew exactly where to go.
So, before they leave, goddamn, I'm probably gonna get a terrible roll. I will call out and I will say, "Are you the friends of Satid I was told was supposed to arrive this morning? He told me I was supposed to meet them. You two don't really match what I thought you meant when you meant friends."
You see them share a glance at one another. You can roll insight on that if you wish, but they look at each other. They look at you as at this point, Jesus, dude. At this point, one of them is now climbing out the window.
Sentinel sighs, thinking to himself, really don't want to have to get put in jail. He will regrettably just turn away and go, whatever, as he'll return back to his spot and go inert again.
Okay. The second one, the one that originally started to talk to you, as he's climbing out the window, he stops and glances at you. "Thank you, friend." And he, out the window, and you see him close it. And he pushes it all the way closed. It doesn't latch, obviously, but he pushes it all the way closed. And that's pretty much your night. Unless you would like to do anything while you're sitting there trying to rest.
Sentinel just kind of, again, goes back to staring at the fire.
Alright, you can go ahead and hit the long rest. Next morning, Russ, Grease, you are up bright and early, as the good soldier you are. What would you do this morning?
I would be putting on my gear, make sure I have something to eat, and then I'll start making my rounds around the city.
Alright, yep, you still have a job to do. So, you do have a post that you normally, you have some leniency given your stature within the wolves, but you still have to follow orders for the most part.
Right.
You normally make your rounds along the wall, and you usually have 2 or 3 of the people that are still fairly loyal to you meet up with you in the mornings, and they will you guys will make the rounds together. You'll check on the other wolves along the wall, make sure everything's okay, ask if there was anything interesting that happened during the night, stuff of that nature. Move these guys. Can I move these guys? I can't move these guys. Yeah. Let's shift things around a little bit, huh?
Are they dancing on the table now?
They were. It looked like it, yeah.
One's popping a squat in the fire pit. You know how it is.
Nothing happened during the night, Grease. Nothing that is reported anyways. You do hear rumors that Oh, you know what? We're gonna call them. They call themselves the Relief. You hear that this group of people that have been kind of giving the wolves some trouble since all this kind of started. Which you know, you've been here long enough. You know them to be some almost a guild, almost like a in D&D terms they're kind of like a thieves guild, but that's not what they're called here. They are just the underbelly of the city is run by a faction of people that not cause a lot of havoc in the city, but there are times they have to be dealt with on occasion as they get a little rambunctious. But since all this has been happening and these wolves have grown and become more and more corrupt, this group of people have really been fucking with them, raiding their storage for weapons and weapon stashes and whatnot, breaking into a lot of the houses that have been abandoned. They write graffiti type stuff along the walls of some of the abandoned buildings. They set up quote unquote traps for the wolves, not to harm them, but to entangle them in nets, and then they'll strip all their armor and all their weapons off of them through the net and haul ass. They steal food from them. You understand why they're doing this, especially the food. When they take the food from the wolves and whatnot, you know that they are bringing this food to the families who cannot feed themselves at the moment because of the oppression that's going on here.
Right.
And you take all this kind of in stride. Yes, you promise to look into it. You know, these things. You know, this is normal. You always say you're going to look into it, and you might go have a talk with these people, or you might not, because you don't care, honestly, because they're not really hurting anyone. They're trying to help the people. So that's kind of how your morning goes. After, maybe an hour and a half, you meet up and you make your rounds. What would you do? As you don't have anywhere that you need to be to stay. Again, you do have some leniency, which you know why that is. So after you kind of walk the wall a little bit here, you look out across the deserts, you look out across the city. You don't see any real trouble, and you figure, I'll go do something else. And what would that something else be?
I will go meet up with the other people at the Wolves Den if they are still there.
Okay. As a soldier, it was bright and early when you woke up. So when you walk in, you see a bunch of guards here also, coming off of shift, coming in here to have their breakfast/dinner. You see a few of your guys in here as well. They share, a short nod with you.
And give a nod in return.
What are the four of you doing now that you're awake? Or five of you, rather. Is there four? Yeah, there's five of you in there.
If Rowan notices that either Stalemate or Ross were hurting from a hangover, she would offer them healing to relieve that hangover.
Would either of you really show signs of hangover?
No, I'm a pretty hardy drinker and a big boy.
Okay.
Does anyone have any eggs? That always helps. Wake me up after a night of drinking. I prefer them runny. Woman, would you cook me some eggs?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
You say that to Rowan?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Lazarus is his eyes are just gonna explode open while he's laying on the bed, knowing full well that this man is about to die.
I think before anything is said, and probably as Rowan's like striding across the room to fucking kill this guy, I don't even look up from my bag. Mistress Rowan, as I told you, he's an idiot. Please don't hurt him overly much. I do think we need to find Master Kane quickly. I would like to understand what's happening. Then I get up. I'm not helping you, Draven. Good luck.
No, that is fine. And I meant no offense. I can tell she's upset. I just want some eggs. But if you want to make eggs, that would be fine. Hypothetically.
Rowan, you have anything to say about that? Or are you just shocked into silence?
You can kill him. Don't worry, we'll hide the body. We're on your side.
Yeah. What's one more corpse?
If Draven was paying attention to Rowan at all, her like friendly demeanor from like the morning immediately drops. Like as soon as he's like, "Woman, make me some eggs." She just ignores him, grabs her stuff, and follows after Ross after the door.
I imagine the tips of her ears turn like a bright red or deep red from the anger. Simon. Yeah, Simon, what would you be doing?
Okay. Before Rowan storms out after Ross, he kind of rolls over very quietly, just loud enough so that Rowan can hear it, and goes, "I would like some eggs too."
Let us go, my friend. How do you feel about runny eggs?
Very quietly. He doesn't, just says, I could use some eggs too.
Are you saying it to Rowan, or are you just kind of saying it?
It's quiet.
I look at Rowan and I say, I would like some eggs too. And then I roll back over and...
Are there any lanterns in the room?
There are, yes.
Like any open flames? I'm
well,
just gonna use my...
I'm assuming you guys would have lit one. There's a lantern in the room. I'm assuming y'all put it out to sleep, but I mean, you can relight it.
Oh yeah.
So it'd
yeah.
be here next to Theeb.
Yeah, I'm gonna have lit that lantern in the morning. And I'm just gonna use my control flames to flick some embers onto his cape. Maybe just had a little fire on the corner. It's fine. It's fine, just put it out.
Okay. Damn. I'm not gonna do anything with that. Yeah, you burn. But yeah, you burn some holes in some shit. Whether he notices or not, we'll see.
A little extra busy.
But as you guys exit the room, you do see. Well, Ross, you don't know who this is, but Rowan and Lazarus, you will see Grease across the bar there.
She's screaming this as she storms out the door, out of the room. She's after Lazarus comes through, she's slamming the door shut. She has taken all of Theeb's herbs with her. Like, she's taking her bag of holding. The only thing in there is Theeb's body. That's it.
Wait, you say this in that language? Okay.
I'm assuming I'm hearing the commotion from the other side of the room.
Yeah, you hear somebody yelling something in some language you don't understand.
Does it kind of pour out into this common room here? Does everyone hear it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's stomping, and with every stomp there's a syllable to whatever it is she's saying. If anybody understands and can read that, well then you know what she said, but
yeah.
I'm just a basic human. I don't know.
Basic human.
As she does this, she's gonna storm to the barmaid. She's gonna calm down. She's gonna hand the barmaid like some gold, and she's gonna say, "In our room, get the man with the red hair a plate of eggs, please, and some bacon, and the other man, the most bitter wheat juice possible."
Got the wheat juice.
Very, very well. Sure.
Thank you.
And she storms off in kind of the kitchen area here. But at this, I don't know if y'all noticed, but all the ambience in the tavern just went silent. As you stormed out of the room yelling whatever it was you were yelling, everybody's looking at you, and then they watch you order whatever it is you ordered from this woman, the eggs and the bitter drink. And then everybody turns and begins chatting again. All you could hear is like the crackling of the fire and Rowan's loud voice for a moment. And
well, what are you all looking at?
Yeah, nobody.
Across the room,
at that point, everybody just turns away from you.
Across the room, you just hear, "Good morning. Hope you slept well."
Her stormy face just like brightens up, and she's gonna run to Grease. Grease, hello! So nice to see a friendly face.
Yes. Good morning. Well, I will not ask what happened in the room, but
You better not.
you look lovely.
You.
How are you? Have you had something to eat yet?
No.
Come.
What's the local delicacies actually?
Well,
Make something up,
Mostly,
Grease. That's on you.
well, the local delicacy is
Desert. Remember, desert.
Yes, I know desert. What's in the desert?
Napales.
It would mostly be roasted lizard. It's very crunchy. With a side of vulture eggs. A very good delicacy if you add a pinch of salt and pepper on it. And as for something to drink, well, it's we have some sun-dried some dried beans that if you ground up really finely, you can make it into a very nice tea. It's very bitter, but if you add a little bit of sugar in it, it's magnificent.
And some cactus wine, which most people call water. It just comes from a cactus.
Oh, okay. In that case, she's gonna go up to the bar and she's gonna order exactly that.
Okay.
And then some for my friends at that table as well. And for Grease, of course. Please. She's gonna point towards the table where Ross and Lazarus are.
Alright, yeah, the man standing in you says, he looks at you, Grease. This is the same man that you spoke with when you helped them get a room the night before. Certainly, madam. Good morning. And as he nods to you, Grease, saying good morning. And
Morning.
he goes back into the door here and kind of yells out the order. Comes back, closes the door, begins wiping down the bar, pours a drink for the guards that are sitting there, which this one kind of moves away from you, Rowan, as you are scary this morning.
So what would be on your agenda today?
I think we should ask... would you like to join me and my friend and a newfound acquaintance at that table over there?
But of course, I'll gladly follow where you step.
keyboard.
I
I feel like
can't
that's
move.
the actual noises she's making while she's walking.
Yeah, as you're probably not fully armored. You're just in like everyday clothes, or like your traveling clothes, I presume, Rowan.
Wait, sorry? What was that?
You said you got dressed, but you're probably like in just traveling clothes. You're not like got your armor and all that on, right?
No, no armor
Okay.
on, just traveling clothes. I am very much a lovely maiden today.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh boy.
I think Grace still has control of my token because he like put me down in the bottom corner of the tavern.
Yeah, for some reason I can control his token. I can control 2 tokens. Why?
Can anybody else control his token?
Oh, yes.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why does that happen?
Permissions, Dan.
Yeah, but I don't understand why I have to go in and put.
Yeah, it's weird. The permissions have been changing for this Foundry. Anyway, yeah, just that's
It's
what it
like
is.
it's set to owner, and he's set as the owner. I don't know why everybody else can control it. It makes no sense.
Oh snap!
Please, not the kobold.
Okay. Now can y'all move it? No. Okay, good.
Nope.
Nope.
Lazarus, can you move it? Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. So y'all are having this conversation. You know what? Let's. Oh no, we started at 5:30. Never mind. We're good. We got a few more minutes. Yeah, y'all are welcome to talk. But Sentinel morning comes, and what would you be doing once you kind of see the sun begin to crest through the window?
So, through the night before Sentinel, like, kind of fully went into full inert, or I would say rather while he was inert, he would just be kind of muttering to himself, kind of like breaking down his failures one by one. Couldn't help his friend, ran into trouble, didn't stop these people he assumed were thieves, and he's just kind of caught up in this spiraling headspace as it kind of unlocks a eureka in his mind as he remembers some of the knowledge he had a long time ago regarding Warforge and their like innate desire to always improve. In the process, he kind of when he comes out of that inert status, he begins to look around the building for anything that's like silver or reflection capable. Anything that has like a reflection, like a mirror.
I mean, in the smith, the best you could do is to take some kind of cloth and polish up part of this armor that's hanging on the wall. Maybe part of the breastplate there, and you could see pretty well in that.
So he'll do just that. He'll take part of his apron and just kind of like wipe apart some of the armor to kind of like make a nice reflective surface as he begins to unravel the wraps around his head, exposing his eye again. He thinks for a moment before cautiously, and for those who are squeamish, say so now, begins to pluck against his eye and remove it. He pulls the mechanical eye basically slowly in a twisting formation out of its socket as he begins to tamper with it, kind of just like tweaking some of the runes on the eye itself.
You will definitely take some damage from that, a small amount, but you kind of give it a twist and a little tug, and you feel it kind of dislocate from within there as you pull it out.
Yep.
And do whatever you're gonna do there.
Yep. He begins to inscribe soft extra runes next to where the identify rune is kind of adjacent to. He begins etching in a new design that came to him in the evening. About, I would say, maybe about an hour of doing this, he will eventually begin to come to a completion to that as he begins to resocket it, slowly pushing it back in as the hue returns and the light clicks back on as he can see out of the eye once more. Okay. This time it's slightly different though, as it's kind of like from its normal orange glow, it kind of shifts, kind of like a dial between an orangish glow and a purplish glow.
All right. Yeah, you will take 8 points of damage for removing your eye. But yeah,
Owie.
you get it socketed back in. How runny eggs? Okay, what? Okay. Is just the one eye you're working on?
Yep. He just does it to the one eye, as it unlocks something inside of him that he begins to test fire, as he will innately cast Detect Magic.
Okay. At this moment, immediately, the only thing you detect that is magical is the stuff that you would have on you. Obviously, the shield. And is it blocked? It's not blocked by cloth, right? It's blocked by stone, 1 inch of stone, or 1 foot of stone.
Wait, you controlled actor, spirit, maul, flaming. Oh, I'm dumb. Hold on, let me just do this. Yoink.
You're concentrating.
I don't know why it says that, but
no, that's fine.
There you go.
1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, 10 sheet of lead. Okay, so you see some glows from your shield. You see the glow from your shield, and you see the glow from everything else that you have on you that is magical. But there's also some glows coming from one of your pouches.
As I'm looking around, I recognize the shield's glowing, the armor I'm wearing is glowing, but then I look down and I see an unfamiliar sight, as I'm not used to seeing anything else in my knowledge should be glowing, as I'll reach down into the pouch and pull out what I assume is glowing.
Yeah, so you pull out the necklace that you took off of Radament, and the armband that you took off of Radament, which is, now looking at it, very intricate armband covered in runes. Armband, not brand, covered in runes, but you can't make out, what the runes are. The necklace is detect magic. Yeah, so you find out that it is
It tells me what kind of school, or if it's
evocation.
elemental. Okay.
The armband, it's very complex. Whatever it is, it's not something you're familiar with.
I would look to the necklace first, just kind of gazing at it as the purple hue begins to shimmer back into a more of an orange glow, as I innately cast, or not innately, but I begin to ritual cast Identify on it.
All right. The necklace is, it seems to be a simple chain, and in the front there are, it's just several beads along the front. Basically, it is a necklace of fireballs. There are 5 beads on it, and you recognize that you can remove one of these beads and throw it, and but once doing so, it consumes the bead. So the necklace is very limited uses.
Would I know if any of these beads will recharge, or is it just one and done's?
No, it's a one and done thing.
Okay. Obviously ritual casting takes about 10 minutes. Would I have another 10 minutes to ritual cast against the armband?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll get back to these guys.
See, necklace
Actually,
of fireball.
you know what? Yeah, necklace of fireballs. I'll put that in your inventory. Do they have that in 5e? I don't even know if they have that in 5e. I might have to make it. But anyways,
They
it's
have,
something of fireball that I know. I recognize what you're talking about.
it is a necklace of fireball.
Okay. I could always go on plutonium and pull it.
I got it. I think if I could spell. Yep, there it is.
Okay.
All right. I need to open your inventory.
How many charges are on it? Do I know?
There were, what did I say, 5?
5 charges, nothing?
5, yes, 5 charges.
I know who's getting that.
Alright, I'll throw that in your inventory, and then I will make sure it has the correct amount of charges on it. Yeah, I rolled really low on the charges, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It's 1d6 plus 3 beads, and I only rolled a 2, so you got 5 beads.
Hey man, that's 5 fireballs. That's 5 third level spell slots. Yeah.
The other item we'll get back to later.
Okay.
But after doing so, what would you be doing once you... Oh, god damn it. 1 second. I need to send you a message.
You're good.
And I can't spell, of course. I don't know why I can't spell today. Upon identifying the other item, you hear a voice in your head from Kovath.
You sent it to me through Discord or through...
Discord.
Alright.
And that is it. With that, what would you be doing?
So... Okay. So as that happens, Sentinel is going to immediately like hear that sound in his mind and look down at his shield, puzzled by the statement. Though he's still showing great interest in this armband, he'll simply speak to Kavath once more and say, what is the means of this item that makes you so afraid?
Yeah, me and you'll talk during our break, Sentinel.
Okay.
So, back to the tavern, guys. As your eggs are delivered to the table, the lady has brought enough for everyone. Even you, Grease, not aware that you had eaten already.
Are they still treating her the same as when we got here?
Yeah, the guards... these guards are just coming off a shift, and they're beginning to get a little rambunctious, a little rowdy, and you see a lot of the same behavior you saw before with the guards. Kind of abusing a little bit the barmaids, you know, not hurting them, but definitely unwanted advances and snide remarks. If you're gonna react to that, we're gonna take our break first. So
I wasn't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I was just establishing exposition of where we're at.
Yeah, so yeah, that the same type of behavior is beginning to happen here again. Everybody sees that, but I mean, we're gonna be taking a break here in just a few minutes. We might as well take it now. As you guys, the barmaid walks up and places your food and drinks along the table. Simon, a lady comes into your room and hands you a plate of food as well. She sets it down. Assuming you were the person that Rowan was speaking about, she sets it at the foot of your bed on this this chest here to put your belongings in. Damn it. Okay. And with everybody fed and drinks in hand, we're gonna call it a break right there. My wife is texting me like crazy to check on my daughter.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll pause it.
Do you think?
We are paused.
Listen,
All right. Are we missing someone?
Listen, Draven's beautiful smile.
Oh. Oh, he's here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting runny eggs right now.
That's fine. You're running eggs. Is that an innuendo?
Oh.
Bruh.
Okay.
There's an entire discussion about it.
Welcome back. Not that we were gone. I mean, on the stream, the video, it's only going to be like a tenth of a second. But anyways, yeah, you guys are sitting at this table, kind of discussing what the plans are for the day. and eating some breakfast. And Sentinel, you're gonna be a while because it took you an hour to do that. An hour and 20 minutes actually. So
Yeah.
I'm pushing a plate of runny eggs towards Stalemate.
They're not runny. If
They're not?
If you
She's
want
not
them to be
rocking it on
runny,
it.
then yes. But normally they are not runny. They are properly scrambled eggs.
It is how I recover from hangovers. I need runny eggs and toast.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. And she takes the plate from you and heads back to the.
Thank you, my dear. You look lovely this morning. Oh, I can't. My
How would you want
personality's
runny-
gone.
As
better
you
be
Why would
tipping
you
her.
want runny eggs?
As you say, thank you, my dear, you look lovely this morning, she turns away from you and winces and kind of flinches or tenses up, waiting for something as she's walking away.
Stalemate,
Yes.
do not.
You're not what?
It is bad enough they have to deal with whatever the hell this is.
I don't know what you're talking about, weird woman.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Do not call anyone any unnecessary pet names or compliments.
What are you, my mother? What is happening right now? It's too early for this.
Are you a grown man or not?
Apparently not to you, and that's fine. I just want eggs. You don't have to make me eggs. I meant no offense to you earlier. It is clearly not the custom here.
Rowan, you can roll me an insight check real quick if you wish, just to kind of clarify what it was you saw. Huh? Yep, you saw what you saw.
Lazarus,
Hmm.
after we're done, shall we go seek out Deckard?
Yeah. He said he was gonna be in the library, right?
Hmm.
I need to go there anyway, so we might as well.
And also, has anyone seen Sentinel? He hasn't been back. We haven't seen him all night, actually.
Didn't he say he was going to the forge?
Well,
You know how he is when he gets to those places.
I'd like to make sure he's still alive, at least.
I mean, can
I'm
anything
sure
feed
he's
him at this
fine.
point?
Himself.
Well, maybe.
We're
I knew-
also past due for one of these. I'm gonna reach out, gonna touch Lazarus on the shoulder, and I am casting.
Ah.
Hold on while I find it.
Mhm.
Luster Restoration. Fudge.
Well, if you
Climbing
like.
up on the table.
God.
I'm sure you could just reach across and touch him.
Why is she climbing on the table? Can we leave? I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done with my runny eggs.
Sure, we
She
can
reaches
leave.
across the table, and a bit of magic comes out of her hands onto Lazarus.
And what is that for?
It is to decrease the corruption.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Did I?
No, you didn't.
Mhm.
But just
I
in
didn't-
case, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. Some people, I believe, I had.
I
Damn
would be
it.
some people.
Well, if you're done, I can.
It set everybody back to 10 when I fucking uploaded the character sheets again. God damn it. Why did it do
Rip.
that?
Rip.
Even the guys that are new to this world, it's set to 10, which you guys should not have at all. What the fuck, Foundry? Okay.
Ernie.
Uh,
Found your own thing.
Stalemate and Rose. I think I explained to you guys. Ross, sorry, not Rose. When you guys entered this world, y'all felt something trying to creep in, trying to invade, you know, and it is very minor at the moment. But the rest of you guys are, I would say, Rowan, you understand that some lesser restorations need to be handed out amongst the group. Quite a few of them. As you guys, I'm going to tell you, from a meta perspective, you guys were all between the 15 and 20 range after that fight.
Sheesh.
So there were some issues with that, but given what had happened, I didn't send any messages because Theeb's demise kind of grounded you in the moment. So, but this morning you definitely feel it. You definitely, all of you, are feeling that mistrust creep in. And you know what that means by now, so.
Yeah. Hitting Lazarus with it.
So
Of
that
all
was,
people.
see, lesser was 1d4, 1d6. Let me pull this up again.
I mean, I don't have access to greater, so.
Right.
Rowan,
Hmm?
I just had a thought. I think he thought
Is it?
we need to
What?
get to Sentinel.
Oh no, I think so too. Yes. Finishes her food and starts. First of all, runs towards.
Lazarus like kind of hops onto the table and starts running toward the door.
So it's 1d6 plus 2.
I'm rolling the d6, or is Laz rolling the d6?
It doesn't
Grease.
matter. Either one of you can roll it. Grease, you feel really strange this morning. You feel a little angry. A little. Wow, nice.
Damn.
Nice.
Grease, you feel a little angry. You feel a little, especially upon seeing Lazarus. You feel a little. Whatchamacallit towards him. Wow, brain fart. Animosity.
Annoyed?
A little
Oh, okay.
animosity starting to form there. And you're not quite sure why.
Rowan, realizing this, darts up from her chair and then runs towards the room, slaps Simon like wherever, and like casts the Lesser Restoration. Like,
Simon, as you're eating your eggs, Rowan come burst into the room, slaps you across the leg, and you feel, in the moment, you were kind of in your own thoughts. But you did notice the thoughts beginning to take a particular shape, especially, a shape of distrust and maybe even thoughts of betraying or leaving the group. As she runs in, she catches you by surprise, and she reaches over and slaps you on the leg, and you feel the magic immediately. Roll the d6 for Simon, and you immediately feel the magic take hold, and you feel this a little bit of this weight lifted, and you realize in that moment what was going on and what she just did. So, yeah, Rowan, if you want to roll the d6 for,
Okay.
or Simon can roll. It doesn't matter who rolls it. It's a d6 to see how much of the corruption is removed. Ooh. So 2 plus
4. 2, so
yeah,
4.
So 4.
I would have gone out and slapped Greaves as well. Not slapped, but like tapped.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6, so I get 8, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I would just kind of look back and like, what was that for?
As Rowan is running back to the room to get to Simon, I'm gonna pull out one of the angel root things and just like slam it in front of Grease, like chew this, as I start heading towards the door.
Since I don't remember
What
what
is
I
this?
set everybody to, because y'all were all at different levels, I'm gonna say we're 15s across the board. So whatever you roll, subtract. That's what you'll drop by. So Simon will drop to 11.
I guess I'll roll too.
Ross, come. It looks like Rowan ran off. I think we are going to have a discussion in private now.
And Ross and Stalemate, I will set you guys at a 2 for now.
Fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I would see all this slapping and hitting and all this chaos happening.
What are you all doing?
If you were in tuned, if you are familiar with magic, you would see like a burst of like divine, like radiant energy or divine healing energy coming from Rowan, like almost purifying. It looks like a very bright, pure light as she like slaps people with it.
Yeah, you see that flash, and then you see it kind of absorbed into the point of contact, and then dissipate amongst whoever it is she touched. You probably know what this is, as
Yeah,
you are.
no, I
So
I know what it is.
What are you all doing?
Okay. Ah, shit. Where's Lazarus?
No time.
Where did he
No
go?
time. You see the
I
door
kinda-
flying open as Lazarus is like running outside.
oh yeah,
I grabbed the angel root that Lazarus put on the table. I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
You should eat it. Eat it.
But what is it? It looks like shriveled up lizard.
To the room now. She's gonna run towards the room.
But what of Master Lazarus?
I just.
I know where he's headed. We will talk first, and then we go.
I sigh and put a hand on Draven's shoulder and start pushing him towards the room.
I want to see this explained. I want to see y'all explain this to these two guys. Y'all gonna have to roleplay this out. I want to see it.
Ross, do you think these people are mad?
I kind of look over to Simon and I'm like, good morning, Simon.
I think they are indeed plagued by some ailment. Not sure what though.
Ross.
Good morning,
Good.
Graves.
Okay, thank you. Okay. When you two came here, did you feel like something almost like a creeping sensation, like something was trying to control you?
Yes, but the circumstances of our transportation here were trying. We thought it was that.
This
What do you
realm or this plane, there is a continued presence of corruption. The aura is everywhere. It will creep in and it will try to control you. It will try. It will plague on your most negative of thoughts and make you act out on them. Fortunately, it seems like you haven't really encountered it.
Woman, Grease is trying to talk. Grease,
no,
please.
It's no. What do you mean, red? What do you? I don't understand.
What?
Grease, have you heard of Diablo?
DM,
Grease.
has he heard of Diablo?
Yeah, so you have heard there's tales and stories of how the Haradrim defeated the three primes, and this happened centuries ago. There have been some rumors popping up lately that the primes are coming back. There's even rumors that Andariel was seen in the lands to the west. But as far as you're concerned, this is all rumors, and you don't even know if you believe it or not.
I mean, to me it sounds like it's all rumors. I mean,
Then
nothing but
what do you
speculation,
call
right?
what happened in the tomb?
I mean, what do you mean?
During that fight with Radament, Grease, you felt this invasive, whatever it is, this force, this corruption, greatly increase. as you were down there facing Radament, and it's starting to dawn on you now what that was. And did you cast this on Grease? Yeah, you did.
I did, yes.
And now that whatever she did to you outside when she touched you and hit you with whatever magic she has, you've noticed a great lessening in that presence within yourself. And it's all starting to kind of click at this moment, having this conversation.
Wait, you mean it's Rio?
Yes, unfortunately, it is the reason why we are here, why we were brought here. Or one of the reasons.
I looked at Draven. Sorry, go ahead.
The prime evils, I think, is what Akara called them. They're returning. And with their return and the forces of hell walking on the plains of this realm, it brings corruption that seeps into everyone slowly. Fortunately, you haven't seen anyone you know afflicted with it. But past the mountains, past the desert, they've all been attacked. They've all been ransacked by these corrupted forces. And us, as people who do not belong here, we're not immune to it. We have some resistance, but it still can corrupt us. We've had to deal with Theeb and Lazarus turning on us. I've turned on Simon because of this corruption.
Okay. Agrees.
It's a lot, I know, but we haven't... The worst case scenario is happening! Sentinel! We need to get to Sentinel!
Grease is rubbing his chin on his beard and he's like, pardon my French, but shit. Let's go.
Wait. Hold on, not so fast. What do you make of this, Russ?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Why then would we not go speak with Deckard? He seems knowledgeable. Wouldn't he be able to tell us how to get rid of this corruption? Or Diablo?
That is a great point. I think we should do that.
Well, we need to find their friend first.
Sentinel is a mountain of an individual.
He is very hard
He is
to kill.
very hard to kill. And right now...
Are you trying to kill your friend? I'm confused.
No, we are trying to find him. Because if the corruption is bad enough after that fight, after what we've been through down in that tomb, and Sentinel gets taken by that corruption, it could lead to some casualties. So I would prefer to get to him and clear some of the corruption as much as possible before we go speak to Deckard, lest we have a massacre in the city.
I see. It seems we have no choice but to find the Sentinel first, then. Come, let us move.
Yes, and then we will go see Deckard.
Yeah.
So,
I step aside, open the door.
Horse, lay
would
down.
you like
I go.
to join us?
I'm gonna go ahead and eat half of that angel root now.
Oh, okay. You eat half of it? Holy shit.
Only half?
You eat half of it and you feel a great weight lifted off of your very soul, actually. You are not fully cleansed, but you feel now, after the spell being cast on you and eating part of this root, you definitely see the difference. You can feel the difference with your very core.
Grease believes.
Grease believes.
Please. By the way, how do I private message you again on this?
/W space GM space the message you wish to send.
Okay. What? How do I set it quietly?
What do you mean quietly?
Is that only gonna go to you, or do I have to make a whisper? Oh, the /W is whisper. Okay.
Yeah.
GM or DM?
GM. I don't know if DM works, but GM
No, it's GM. It's GM. If you look at your tag, you're Game Master GM.
Oh, okay, that's true.
GM,
Yep.
GM works too.
Does it?
I think he gets a copy of any Whisper anyway, so. Really?
His mod has to be set for that.
Yeah.
Not base founder doesn't
Yeah,
give you.
I do have it though. So if y'all whisper each other, I can see it as well.
All right,
Because
cool.
I'm nosy like that.
Oh, damn, I can't send nasty things now.
I mean, you can. He's just gonna know.
Excuse me.
I'll lead the group that's here to the forges.
Yeah. So, hang on. Let me see. Everybody's whispering me all of a sudden.
Simon, Rowan would have paused at the door to see if you would come with.
Simon looks up bleary-eyed and says where.
We have to go see. We have to go to the forge.
Okay.
Unless you'd prefer
I'm
to
gonna
stay
activate
here.
the home screen. Because I don't have a freaking forge yet. So, actually, somebody could make me a forge, right? Somebody? Anyways.
Yeah, I guess I can make you a forge.
Wow, fuck all of you guys. Alright. That's how it's
I
gonna
don't know
be.
how to make a forge.
As you guys are traveling across the forge, talking massive shit about the DM, you are all of a sudden
Alright.
encompassed in a large winged shadow. I'm sorry, Grease, you very quickly guide them to the forge, and yep, all right. How about this? So,
Wait,
What?
was it private rolls? Because I didn't see any of that.
Dude, that's not cool, dude.
you guys head to the head to the forge. At this point, you get to the forge and you see a man standing there with a large ring of keys, going methodically unlocking each of the 7 locks down this door.
I will
and he
walk up to
turns-
this man.
That's Set. You,
before he
Breeze, knows
opens-
him as Seti, the guy that runs the smith here.
Yeah. I go up to Sati and I'm like, let me go in first.
Seti. Hang on. Shh, voice.
Arabic
Breeze.
sounding.
I'm sorry. What?
I would say like, well, you had like what, an Arabic sounding voice for Sati?
Yeah. I was. Yeah, but I was trying to get in the mode here. I don't speak these voices all the time, so I gotta take a second to get into it. I'm not Matt Mercer. Sorry, I'm better.
Well,
But anyways,
cool.
yeah, he turns to you in the middle of unlocking one of these locks and kind of stops. Grease, can I help you
Yes.
this morning? Oh wow, that's not the right accent either. Jesus. What can I do for you this
yes.
morning?
Good morning, Sati. Before you open that last lock, I would like to step in first.
Is there a problem?
Just need to talk to a friend.
I mean, you're a pretty stand-up guy, so very well. Okay. He just kind of, shakes his head and he begins to finishes unlocking the locks, and he steps away and kind of points you towards the door.
Kind of look over to the rest of the group, and I open the door and I step on in.
Yeah, as you step in,
Ye-
you hear Sentinel.
So you step in and you see Sentinel standing by the forges, I should say, forgi, arguing essentially back and forth, saying the two of you are insufferable. Stop! As he's just literally like rubbing his temples as as if he's almost talking to two different individuals at this time. Silence you! You are bothering me.
Rowan is
Kinda
also
like-
inside as well.
I kind of like just very gently, like just step up behind him.
I would say
Sentinel.
Sentinel, you wouldn't even notice them approaching at the moment.
Yeah, you'd hear Sentinel go, Kavath, I should have listened. I am so sorry. He's so fucking insufferable.
Sentinel, are you okay?
Yeah, and he's not even. It's like as if he's just rubbing his head, just really agitated. As you see,
I'm gonna reach up and place my hand on his armor very slowly.
He seems to be going insane.
I am. Can Lesser Restoration be upcast?
No.
Not for this purpose, no. And then it has no effect anyways, so.
Got it. Regardless, I'm gonna have to upcast it, I think, because I only get 3 second levels, right?
third levels. Wait,
Yes.
the restoration
It's a
second or third?
level.
Second level.
Yeah, Lesser
So I'm gonna
Restoration.
cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Choose,
It
I'll
will
just do
grant you, it actually does, according to my notes, it will grant you an extra point, so it'll be 1d6 plus 3 by
You want me to roll it?
upcasting.
Okay.
Either or can roll it, you or her, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I can't roll for some reason. Oh, because I pushed the. Hold on, I pushed the wrong button.
There you go.
Hey.
All right. So yeah, 8. Wow, you have your spiritual weapon rolled for you. A voice breaks through the raucous in your head, and in that brief second before you feel her touch you, you recognize Rowan's voice, and you kind of, for brief, you kind of snap out of it there, and you feel her touch you, and you instantly feel a great lessening of the presence that you knew was there, but weren't really currently aware of it until this moment again, when it is lessened. You know what I mean? Like it's like you knew it was there, but you had kind of forgotten about it, dealing with this bullshit, and all of a sudden, it's you're made acutely aware of it again, but it is lessened. So
Sentinel, like again, just rubbing his temple, almost like he in a state of agitation. Kind of takes a relieved sigh as he looks back at you, Rowan, for a moment, and goes, "Give me just a moment, please." Okay, the two of you need to stop your arguing, for the God's sake. Go on, please. Fucking. As he just kind of like leans forward, still like rubbing his temple. I swear, I'm going to throw you in the fire if you don't stop.
Rowan's also gonna cast on herself as well.
okay. Oh,
Kind of forgot that.
I told you they were crazy, Ross.
I gotta ask this question because do we know what Sentinel is looking at him? I mean, they weren't around.
oh yeah, that's right. What does Sentinel look like?
You see a rather large Warforge Juggernaut class just standing there with a shield on his arm, just like with his free hand rubbing his temple as he seems to be bantering between, almost like he's talking to two different people that aren't there.
So, Ross, you've seen Warforged, I presume? Has your character probably seen Warforged?
So
I mean, they're not super uncommon. It just depends on what part of the world you're from. I don't know how well traveled you are.
Okay. Well, if you're saying they're not super uncommon, then yeah, I guess I would have seen them. Sure. Yeah, I would have seen a Warforged then.
Metal and wood.
Yeah. So this Warforged though is massive in stature. Not necessarily height-wise, but
Just
width and girth. But he is a really solid metal. I get it. Fuck y'all.
Sentinels all shaft.
He's
He's practically glowing.
Thank you for watching Abracadabra this week. We'll see you guys next week as we bring more things to, just offend you.
The man is glistening.
Yeah. So, anyways, he is not. What are you? Only like 6'1", maybe?
Oh no, I'm like 7 feet.
Oh, are you?
I'm tall.
He's massive.
He's
Okay,
a brick
well,
house.
I take that back. He is just this massive Warforged, but again, much wider and more solid than any other Warforged you've seen.
Think of a giant dwarf.
You see runic plate, basically, like almost grafted over the living wood that's beneath. That's just shiny and chrome, but you do see an apron that's dressed over with tools and such sticking out of them, and he's got like a bag slinged over his shoulder with a larger pack. That's normally you could see the marks on the armor, or the pack would always like scratch up against him, but it's been kind of dropped at his side.
And you swear you see one of the plates on him shift out of the corner of your eye, but you can't be sure if you really saw that or not.
Grease kind of looks over to Rowan and takes out the angel. Will this help? Does he eat this?
To be honest, Sentinel doesn't eat. I'm not entirely sure how he even absorbs it, but...
Alright, are we good here? Can we go to Deckard Kane? It seems everything is okay.
Grease kind of just looks over to Sentinel. Do you eat? I would suggest you eat this.
You'll see Sentinel look down at look up at his hand, basically at where this piece of bracelet looks like it's grafted to him, and he'll say, "I swear you need to stop talking. You are the loudest thing I've ever heard." And he looks over at you, Grease, and he says, "No, I don't need to eat. I'm not hungry, nor do I need to eat."
Wow, so angry.
I think I would interject here. Your friend seems afflicted with something. I suggest we find someone that knows how to fix him.
I don't think he needs fixing. Would I have made the connection that he's talking to the bracelet?
No, absolutely not. You have no idea who the fuck he's talking to. You know he speaks to Kavath, but you've only heard him speak out loud to Kavath very few times. You understand that most of the communication between them is within his head.
Sentinel?
You will see his head jut towards your direction. Yes, Rowan.
Everything alright? You normally don't speak to Kavath like that.
It's not Kavath. And he looks down at the shield. I know. It's not Kavath. Meet Phil, as he holds up his hand, showing a bracelet. and he kind of like, again, and instinctively says, oh, fuck me, what was it?
He's just
Phil,
kind of like half.
He says, oh, jeez. I will have my fill. And it conjures, I'll let him describe what it is, really.
Oh, jeez. Okay. No. Hang on. Wait, don't do that to me.
Now the DM is talking to Phil, too.
I'm sorry. So the words, you have feel the burn, feel the pain, and feel my wrath. Which one do you say?
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn. Immediately as he speaks these words, you see a small blade of made completely of flame shoot out from the armband, and you can actually feel the heat wisping off of it as you see the little flames kind of flicker and dissipate into the air, but it remains.
Sentinel, again, it's the first time seeing it happen. He's just kind of like, still kind of shocked by it. He instantly like tries to wave it around and just retracts it.
I see you have a new friend there.
Oh, that's new.
Friend, no. I'd rather not be friends with him. He's rather annoying.
Have you tried taking it off?
Yes. It's
Master-
being a little stubborn as he kind of like tugs against it, trying to remove it from his arm.
Oh.
You need help.
Well, DM, can I have help on attuning from this?
I mean, you just take it off and unattune to it. That's fine.
Okay. He kind of like
Simply remove it for him.
he goes to take it off, but like he's still kind of, for a moment, he's hesitant because again he's still trying to get them to stop bickering between each other.
Grease will help by trying to help him get that. Was it a bracelet?
It is. If you decide to take it off, you just grab it and pull it off. It's that simple. Like you just.
Yeah, just go up
I don't-
and just.
I don't.
Instantly, the
I'm
voices
gonna- I'm
in your
gonna-
head stop.
All right, so yes, he slides it off his hand, and he just kind of feels the urge to keep it kind of dissipate as he does so. And he just kind of like stares at it for a minute, going, "Oh, thank God, that was loud."
You should not be wearing
Is who else in the room with me right now?
Everybody except
Yes.
Simon. I think Simon stayed. Did you stay in the inn, Simon? Or the tavern, rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of like hold the bracelet and I just like scratch it kind of against my head for a minute, just now enjoying Kavath's typical silence as I look over at Grease and the rest of you and I go, it turns out Radament had a few tricks, and this was one of them. And you kind of like something sentient that looks to be something that deploys a mystical blade.
that.
Maybe
Sounds
we
like
shouldn't
fun.
keep that.
Ooh, you think?
No.
Who do I?
Into the fire. Into the
Liquor could
fire.
use it.
Into
You
the
think
fire.
Liquor would get
Into
along
the
with the
fire.
bracelet? You think
Burn
Liquor
it.
would get
Melt
along with
it.
the bracelet?
Melt it.
I was considering before putting it on that wondering what it could do. From my understanding and tinkering with it, I believe that someone with the dexterous capacity would really take advantage of it. Where's
Already.
So Simon,
Where is Simon?
He's at the inn. He's very. We still
Are we
haven't been
really
able to.
considering palming
Wait,
this cursed artifact off onto Simon?
Listen, it's up to Simon of whether he accepts. But
I've evaluated it of curses as he kind of acknowledges you, Rowan, and looking over to Laz. It's not cursed. It's just really annoying.
You were speaking to
Is
yourself.
Is this
Well,
really important?
When you have two voices talking in your head, it's very annoying.
Is this really important right now?
I suppose not.
Well-
Forgive me. I didn't mean to intrude. My name is Ros Althor. This is Draven Stelmate. He came to help your friends retrieve you, I think. I look at Rowan, Lazarus, and Grease.
we got scared that you might go a little like with the smith. Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You understand, absolutely, since now that she has cast that on you, you realize that, yeah, it was starting to have an effect.
I appreciate your foresight, Rowan, but I am fine, thank you.
Wonderful. Everything is good.
We're gonna,
Ross brings up a good point.
we're
we
gonna
need
go
to
find
move.
Deckard. He's at
Yeah,
the library.
you guys noticed this shield with Sentinel, the two of you that are new. Very intricate, powerful looking shield, actually. Definitely not a normal shield.
Yeah, looking at it, can I get a sense if it's
Absolutely.
arcane, special in any way?
Absolutely. You
Okay.
feel holy energy radiating from it.
Got it. Yeah. I eye the shield and then look at Sentinel, look at the shield and say nothing more.
Good
I
morning,
turn for the
Papa.
door.
Yeah, Stalemate doesn't care. He yawns and walks out the door.
Whatever.
So-
He has a pretty shield, so what? That's fucking awesome.
Sentinel takes the bracelet and he kind of just stuffs it in the bag of holding, tapping it, going, "Okay, Phil, you can sleep there for now." As he, rubs his hands together for a moment, thinking to himself, "Rowan, before you go to the library, I do have so much business to attend to today here in the fort. I would really appreciate your accompaniment just for a little bit before you go.
Okay.
I do have a plan to assist you greater. I know that, I don't know, and he kind of you could tell he's got a bit of an anxiousness to him, more so than you would normally see from Sentinel.
Oh, I want to
Okay.
explain something to you guys real quick before I go get my pizza. The bracelet, when it was on his wrist, it looked like 3 intertwining bands that were of varying colors. One of them was kind of a deep reddish color, almost bronze looking, or maybe copper, but a dark, almost tarnished copper or bronze. There was one that was a very, again, dark, that sapphire color, but very darkened and tarnished looking again, like it needs to be cleaned or polished. And then there was one that was kind of a golden color, maybe a topaz-like color, and they were intertwined around his wrist, almost like a braided bracelet. And once he removed it, it looked like a plain silver clasp that you just clasp around your bracelet for decoration.
And Sentinel kind of looks around for a moment, and he says to Rowan, "I have. I would appreciate your accompaniment just for maybe a little while. I intend to give your armor a bit of an upgrade after that last fire time. Really not wanting to lose any more people, if I understand that correctly." And he kind of seems to be mumbling a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Laz. Laz, do you want to head off to the library with the others? I'll catch up with you.
Can I have the books? You kind of need those.
We only have 2 bag of holdings.
And I currently have it.
Yeah, I know.
You have my money.
My money.
My money.
Okay, who's going to the library?
Grease
Rowan is staying
is going,
behind. Everyone else is going.
Ross is going. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
I mean, Laz is going to the library, right?
Yes.
Okay, because Ross and Draven have no clue where the fucking library is. So.
Yeah. Well, Grease is leading you.
Oh, okay. Grease
Yeah.
is going too. Okay, that helps. Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, he's guiding you to the library as he knows his way around town. One thing, as you guys travel to the library, rushing to the forge, you didn't notice so much because you were kind of, hurrying. But now traveling to the library at a much more leisurely pace, especially Grease, you notice there are a lot of guards constantly hovering about your group. They don't get too close, but it's like everywhere you look, there's guards watching you from somewhere.
I noticed that, and I just let everyone in the group just be aware of their surroundings.
Just before that, Rowan would hand her bag of holding to Lazarus, saying keep it safe, but she would have taken Esper out and kept it with her.
Okay.
And she would have taken she would have dumped her armor out onto the floor of the forge. She would have taken Esper out, and she would have taken her book of knowledge.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Okay. You know what? Since you were holding on to it, I'm going to put Esper in your inventory. And there you go.
Okay.
Wait, did it?
Hmm?
It just... Why didn't it copy? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll jump back to you and Sentinel here in a moment. Well, actually, go ahead and give me a brief moment between you two while they're traveling across the city to the library. So what exactly is it you're trying to do here?
So Sentinel is kind of like looks to Rowan, you know, like looking around at all the equipment inside the forge, as well as, you know, seeing the multitudes of metals all around him, and he goes, "I would like to properly make you protection. This world has become far more dangerous than I anticipated. I could not have possibly expected what happened to Theeb to be. Perhaps maybe if I would have had the foresight to protect him better, I don't know. But all I know is that I really don't want to lose any." And you see him like kind of trip for a minute before finishing a sentence, and he kind of like looks to you and he goes, would you help me forge you better armor?"
Yes, but I don't know how I would be able to help. I don't have any experience in a forge.
"I don't expect much. I'm sure I can handle most of the work. It's just I need, obviously, to make sure we have the correct measurements and such. And the process of forging armor, especially to non-warforged such as myself, is slightly different. We don't we graft our armor to our body," as he kind of shows the plate on his arm. "To living subjects, it's a little bit different, but the process should stay the same." As he kind of like begins to, you know, open up kind of like that channel to begin the process. I imagine there is a multitude of iron available in this forge, as combined with the weapons I have.
Yes.
He kind of, you know, instructs you, says, "Are you wearing your armor right now, or are you kind of unarmored?"
I'm unarmored right now. I can don my armor though.
So you don't need to doff it, although
Okay.
he would need you to present your armor.
Oh
You have
yeah,
it
it's on the floor right in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sentinel would actually begin transmuting by utilizing Fabricate, as he will begin to cast Fabricate as he begins to spin threads from your armor, as well as some of the weapons and extra iron available as he begins to craft plate.
How long does this process take?
That's a good question. DM, how long would you like it to take?
What exactly do you need from her?
Her to stand still, because he's going to basically weave it around her, because he's going to create armor that matches her body, because it's not magical in nature.
Would I be able to read while doing this?
I mean, this wouldn't take too long, actually. If you're using, how are you crafting this with Fabricate?
Fabricate. So Fabricate says 10 minutes, but because it's intricate in design, it has other, you know, bits and bobs that you can technically force a player to roll with.
So I would say BNC's casting this spell and doing it in a very detailed manner, it'd probably take about an hour as opposed to the normal 10 minutes.
Okay.
Should I read in the meantime?
I mean, sure, yeah, you can start reading. This is day one.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading. Day one, guys!
This is day one, and you're only gonna get about an hour. So
yeah. No, that's fine.
So yes, he begins intricately weaving it as you're reading the book. You know, whenever he instructs you to lift an arm while you can hold the book with one hand, he's just kind of forming the iron around you. In the process of doing so, he forms plate that he feels would be appropriate for you, as he leaves crescent moons and different sigils of your god into it. Kind of resists the urge of putting a hammer here or there, as he makes it mostly your god's imagery, but he does give it that classic
Oh, gotcha.
look. However, in the process of making it, he does leave a spot towards the center of the breastplate. Looks almost like a pivoted spot that seems to be kind of like a little indent, and it looks to be as if it could house something. As he begins to sculpt, basically in intricate details of the moons around the neck clasp and such. The entire process takes a few moments. Occasionally him kind of forcing some of the armor over your body to kind of make sure that it's fitting appropriately.
Okay. So basically, he is crafting you a set of full plate mail. Now that you have the strength to use it, and I am keeping track of this. Day 1.
Okay, I'm keeping track of it too. It's right here.
You have 1 hour read of a 48-hour time needed. So.
Yeah, that's a lot of reading.
Yeah, but I get 6 days.
You should read like an hour before bed, an hour in the morning. Just
All right.
Just for continuity. I thought we were still trying to get the blacksmith to give us resources, and that resources were scarce. Is that not a thing anymore?
So the resources, Sentinel actually had picked up a shit ton of weapons in his inventory.
Okay.
That he could use to melt down. Because, I mean, y'all know Sentinel's been picking up every fucking weapon y'all come across.
Right, it just wasn't said out loud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so, yeah.
There was some in here, just not a lot. Like, they don't have anything to spare. They are actually going and collecting weapons from outside the walls, from their fallen companions, their fallen wolves, their fallen enemies, and repurposing that, melting it down, making new weapons as best they can. So they don't have any iron, like, just to say, here you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So-
I will say that at some point Sentinel knows he's going to be using some of the store's iron, but he intends full well to repay the debt of taking it. So whatever he does need to utilize that he doesn't have control of, he will effectively scavenge more for them.
He can also turn gold into fucking iron. So, with his channel divinity as a forge cleric, which is fucking ridiculous, but whatever.
Iron. It's kind of the opposite of an alchemist's goal, isn't it?
Okay.
So one thing is, we'll grab Simon as we make our way over to Deckard.
Simon, would you go with them?
Yes.
Okay.
So essentially, once he finishes crafting the plate, he basically, as part of a ceremony, he begins to don it on you, and just to kind of make you see how well it fits.
Rowan's gonna spend some time testing movement and
Whoops.
stuff.
What the fuck just happened? Okay. Yeah, it's much heavier and more restrictive than you're used to.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Sean, what were you saying?
No. Please continue.
Is that it? Foundry, why are you not playing the music I put up?
Oh, okay. I thought that was me. I was like, what are you doing, Founder?
No, I selected a song, a track, and it's just not loading. So that's just fucking great. So
Let me make sure.
we will
Okay.
put this on? As the library music. Okay. You guys enter this massive library, and as you step
DM.
in, yes.
Just as a, can we say that Lazarus came first? Just because, unless Grease went, I mean Ross would have wanted to go back to the inn, pick up Simon.
Yeah, I brought Simon here.
Yeah, I know, but I think Lazarus wanted to go ahead of everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I went directly to the library, whereas they went and picked up Simon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and describe it for all of you, anyways. As you walk in, this library appears to be a one-story structure, but as you walk in, immediately there are stairs leading down. And anybody that has lived in the desert understands that that is a much more convenient way to keep buildings cool in the desert, is to build them partially underground. So as you walk in, the temperature in here is a little cooler than most of the other buildings, and it's not extremely massive, but it is a pretty damn big library as it is 2-story. And you easily, Lazarus, spot Deckard Cain sitting at one of the tables there, as well as a few other patrons or people walking around looking at books. Even a small child at one point you see in a section of the books there. Deckard seems to be, Deckard seems to be poring over this book in front, not poring over, peering into this book in front of him, seemingly oblivious to anyone or anything else around him.
The first thing that's going to catch my eye is the big orb in the back. I'm assuming it's some sort of light source. I don't know if it's magical or not.
It is a light source. It is some type. Give me an Arcana check.
Those are rare. Those are fun.
Sorry, I'm chewing. It appears that it is a light source, but it also appears that whatever it is you're seeing, there's like this wisp of almost looks like spirits coming up. These light wisps coming up off of the light, and there are pages, hundreds of pages and pages of looks like out of a book that kind of drift around. And as you watch it, you'll see as they get they kind of drift around in a spiral up around these light wisps that are coming off this light source, and they'll just disappear, and you'll see another one appear at the bottom and just continue the cycle. It seems to be some type of very basic illusion, nothing that has anything tangible to it, but definitely something that you haven't seen from this world at this point.
Yeah, that's definitely strange. As I'm walking up to Deckard, I'm just gonna make a snide remarks like, if you really wanted to read all these books, we would have given them to you in the first place.
Sorry, I'm starving. So as you say this, he appears to be startled as you he looks up. Oh, my little reptilian friend. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Whatever's in those books must be really important for you to not notice anything, really.
Oh, this is the life of Tal Rasha. I had always heard stories, but this is very detailed journals written by Tal Rasha himself. It is very exciting.
Is there anything important in there, or is it just like a diary?
Oh, well, yes, it is sort of a diary. You see, here they have. Oh my God, did I close that? No. Hold on. Hold on.
It was at this moment the DM realized he forgot to turn OBS back on.
No, yeah, that was. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's happened. That's never happened. Shut up. Anyways, oh well, like for this, for instance, you know, in his youth, apparently he visited Kazumat. It is a kingdom far, far on the other side of the ocean here, the other side of the sea. He was, he just recorded his travels, but I'm only in the first book here, and it starts from when he was a very young age. I guess, now that you've gotten my attention, maybe I should be looking for something that pertains to our issue, I suppose. Here, and he grabs the books that y'all gave him are kind of laid out, and he says, he hands you one of them, and just go. There should be. He was directly involved in the War of the Primes. Just look for anything in reference to that, I guess. And he'll hand you one of the tomes. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of books to read through, man. It's 11 fucking large tomes.
I'm gonna hand the book back to him. Let's wait until the rest of the group gets here. I don't think just us two are gonna make it through these books anytime soon. In the meantime, do you know if this library, or do you know at all about those vaults that sorceress was talking about?
Vaults? Which vaults are you referring to?
The ones that, the sorceress, when she appeared to me, I asked her about arcane knowledge. She mentioned that I could find knowledge in vaults around.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, sorry. That's here. That is here. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. Well, there is a section here. And just like that, he has completely forgotten about the fucking books of Tal Russia here. Oh, yeah, because I changed it on the token, not the character sheet. That's why. I'll have to change it on the sheet. But anyways, he leads you over to... Oh, sorry. Here, I'll pull you over there with him. He leads you over to a section here. Oh, there's not enough lighting here? Really? Let me increase that light a little bit. Okay. He leads you over to a section. Oh, really, Adam? Here, when you get to this point, as soon as you enter what appears to be a certain radius of this illusion, this light source here, this large light source that is creating this illusion, you feel very briefly an intrusion in your mind, and it is instantly gone. But it was there for just a second.
Deckard.
Well, yes.
What's with that? And he's pointing at the ball with the floating bloopers. What is that?
Oh, that's That's what they call a grain of truth. It was something, one of the, well, when the Haradrim were first formed many years ago, and they began to collect knowledge and record information and anything of note about the world, and then at one point about these monstrosities, these primes and the lesser evils, and this was one of the first libraries built to hold all that information. Later in life, many of them tried to secret away this information. For some reason, they didn't want the people to know, but that's beside the point. But this grain of truth here was created by several of the original Haradrim. I don't remember their names now. He kind of starts rambling, as if he is forgetting a lot of things. It's like he starts rambling off names. No, cool. No, like he's totally sidetracked all of a sudden.
Well,
anyways, anyone that comes. Oh, go ahead.
Rambling. While he's rambling, I'm gonna step forward and reach my hand out to this thing and try to focus on whatever it was that I felt.
Combination pizza, so good. You don't feel anything. It's gone. Whatever it was is gone. But as you're doing so, Deckard looks at you and he says, "Oh, you felt it, I see. You will never feel it again unless, well, something changes. Basically, what it does is it is here to protect this base of knowledge. If there are any thoughts or ill intent, it will know, and you will be expelled from the library immediately in horribly painful ways."
I thought there wasn't meant to be any magic in this city.
Well, the people here can't do things like this, I don't believe. There are many left in the world that can do such feats of magic. Other than maybe the Nephilim, the ones we met in the desert. But they don't really come around civilizations much. They tend to stay with their own kind. This is an ancient magic, you understand. It's not something that'll ever go away. It would take something very powerful to recreate this or destroy it.
Okay then. Let's continue to wherever the vaults are. Or the section.
So he begins to there's one very, very small section of about 20 books.
Hey, would the rest of us be here by now?
Yes, you guys would walk in, with your unnamed tokens. You guys would enter and, you'd see Deckard and Lazarus all the way at the back there. You see a couple other people around. Just randomly wandering around the library looking at some of the books. I'm sorry. What would you... I got caught up in Deckard Cain. What would you guys do as soon as you enter the library?
So, at least Raven and Ross, I imagine our characters will be heading towards Deckard. No, I'll give you a chance to do what you need.
No, I mean I'm heading for Deckard. I imagine I would be following Grease and Simon though. This is, they've been here longer. Grease is apparently from here, which I hope we would have exchanged that bit of information. So.
So I imagine Grease is dressed very much like the other wolves or the guards that you can see around town. So
yeah,
it'd probably be
spoke
obvious.
about it a little bit. Yeah, we spoke about it a little bit as well. So.
And Simon, what were you?
Oh, he hauled ass. He's way
Oh,
up
held
there.
ass. All right. Go ahead.
You guys arrive, and oh my god, this pizza is so good.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
You guys see Lazarus and Deckard looking over some books. Kind of as you approach, and you hear Deckard telling Lazarus, "Oh, here's this is really all we have that would be, well, maybe of interest to you. I never understood these things. I never could really do anything magical like you guys do. Y'all are very powerful creatures."
Master Kane, forgive our intrusion. But many of us have questions.
I haven't been this popular since I was young. What can I do for you?
Insight check.
Has he been this popular since he was young?
Give me an insight check.
I'll do an insight check too.
Okay.
Fuck, I have no insight. Nailed it.
Get it out of the way now.
Grease, you have no idea. He was probably just making a joke. But hang on, let me roll a percentile dice. He's absolutely full of shit. He was never popular.
Damn.
I give him a.
Lady over here. Come on, Draven. You gotta keep your eyes peeled, buddy.
No, I am very much focused on the objective. She can wait. The ladies come to me after all. But respecting the lie, I give him a knowing nod. He has earned my respect.
Where the fuck was I at when y'all? Oh, yeah. So Ross, he turns and asks, what he can do for you. Lazarus, there are several books there. You're more than welcome to kind of grab them and read through them.
Yes, I will be reading these books about the vaults while they are doing their shenanigans.
Ross, what would you ask of Mr. Kane?
I think I look towards Simon, and I cut a glance toward Grease, and you can see there's a raised brow, like I'm asking a question, like is Grease good? Can we trust him?
Yeah.
Also, Grease, you're okay here. Ross. Hang on. Let me see something.
Oh no, you're gonna try and hurt me, aren't you?
Yep. Ross and Draven. Sorry, however you say your name.
No, you said it right the first time.
Okay. Give me an idea of your character, like your impulses. Like, what would if you had to pick an alignment, what would you lean towards here, Ross? And you can whisper it to me if you wish.
You got it.
Same with you, Draven.
Oh gosh.
I'm not locking you to anything you say, but just if you had to put a name to it, which would it be? Okay. All right. Ross, you feel the intrusion that I explained to Lazarus a moment ago, as well. As soon as you get within up here, this end of the library, you seem to pass a threshold, and when you do so, you feel this instant intrusion in your mind, and then it's gone, like immediately gone. But there was something there. You're not quite sure what it was. Draven. As you, oh my God.
You die. Goodbye, Green.
Goodbye.
What else is new?
New record. New record for dying.
Yeah, right.
Why you gotta whisper me, man?
What are you telling him? He's already sharing secrets.
How strong? Would you say?
Strong enough that you stop dead in your tracks for a second and actually have to consider it. So, what would you do?
Mm. I'd keep walking. After considering it, of course.
This is ominous. This is so ominous.
You do so, and it almost feels like you're walking through water. You can walk forward, but it's I don't know. It feels really weird. It's awkward.
And I would have no idea where this is coming from.
Nope. You felt the same slight intrusion, and then all of a sudden your body was just like you're walking through water. It's no pain, but that compulsion that I told you is still there. But you can ignore it. It's just a compulsion. You don't have to do it.
Mm.
This place sucks. Like everywhere I go, there's just shitty things happening.
I would fucking elbow him, smartass.
You don't feel that, no?
I mean, I give a glance towards the globe, but I don't say anything.
Okay.
Yes, Master Deckard. As you know, Draven and I, well, actually Simon too, if I'm correct, we're not from here. You mentioned that there is a way for us to return, but it entails us saving this realm from a demon. How do we go about this? There are promises I must keep. What must we do next?
Well, the way I see it is, the others were brought here. Well, I don't think my little friend, as he points towards Lazarus, was brought here by Mala, but I believe the rest of them were. I have no idea how she did that. But apparently there's something else. Jumping worlds. I'm not sure how this works. This is the first I've ever heard of something like this, but if there is a way home, I would start with the woman that brought them here.
This Mala?
Yes, indeed. She was, well, from the barbarian tribes up north. I've met her once or twice in my life. But Akara, a friend of ours, as he kind of glances at Simon and Lazarus when he says this, she tried to contact her and there was no response. But apparently, the creature, the maybe you should tell this. I'm not sure exactly how it all happened, but there was some creature involved. He was looking at you, Simon, when he said, maybe you should tell this. But they just told me that when Mala brought them, some creature or demon thing attacked them, and they fell into the encampment of the rogues. And you need to ask them. They can tell you the details.
Yeah, I mean, I look to Simon and Grease.
Is there anything you can tell us that would help us?
Yeah, Grease, you have no fucking idea.
You're like, don't ask me, friend.
I look to Simon.
I look over at Ross and basically there's this other demon guy type thing or whatever that is somehow helping this facilitation with Diablo, or maybe he's got his own plans for this world. We have no idea. But this guy, he can travel from plane to plane, dimension to dimension, or whatever. He's been to all of our worlds and is affecting things there, which somehow kind of affects this world or something like that.
Wait,
And
a plane hopping demon, you say?
Ross. Would
Yes.
it be?
I think it's the same.
Simon. Oh, go ahead.
You tell it. It happened to you after all.
Well, I was going to inquire. Simon, what did this demon look like?
I do my best to describe what this thing looked like. No, I don't think we ever really saw him.
Oh, you did. You've seen him
We did?
multiple times.
Okay,
Skarner, yeah.
because I know he was invisible a few times. So
Yeah, but he made himself quite aware, quite visible when he took Pharaoh's soul in front of you guys. And he also was very visible to you in the instance in the portal, in the in-between. So, from the description, you know what? Give me an intelligence check, Simon. Just to see how well you describe Skarner. Or performance, your choice. Your choice. And you can use your psychic die if you need to. If you want to.
performance.
That means that
or
the DC's to be really high.
yeah, I'll do it.
Oh,
Oofda.
I
You
was on
want
the
those?
edge.
You want those psychic die too?
I mean, you can use it. I told you you could beforehand. So yeah, if you want to roll one, I think it's a D8 now.
I believe so. Let me
Yeah.
double check.
Let's see. Psychic die.
Yep.
Yep. It
Oh,
is.
good. I have Psionics in this mug.
You could just roll a D8 from the thing. Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, this thing sounds very familiar. It seems to be something that very recently grabbed a hold of your friend and jerked him through this portal.
Ross. This matches, no?
Yes, I'm afraid it does. Simon, do the others know of this demon? Where to find it? We think that it may have come to harm some greater being as... Well, the demons are fighting, suffice to say.
Yeah, we all know of him, but as far as where to find him, we have no clue. He just kind of finds us.
But this makes no sense. It specifically grabbed me. Why would it do that?
Maybe he likes you.
I think that would make a lot of sense, actually. That's a good point.
Be serious.
But still, yes, it's very curious.
I think I turn and look at Kane.
Is there any commonality between the? Well, you said that this Mala was the one that brought the others. Maybe they know how to find her. I'm more saying this aloud. I don't know if I'm aiming it at Kane. It's maybe even
Right.
for Lazarus and Simon.
Right. Okay, so one thing here, everyone. Simon, you know what? I'm not gonna help y'all here. Nope. Okay.
No, help us, DM,
Nope.
please.
They have the whole story, so they
What was the
know.
I
question?
know.
It's just a matter
I
of
know.
them telling you what they know.
What's the question?
There was
Ones
no
with the
question.
notes
It's
aren't
just
here.
there's information that everybody needs to like to take notes, put shit together. Okay, so all right. I'm not gonna help y'all. I'm not gonna help
No,
y'all.
I feel you, dude. I feel that pain. I feel it.
Well, either way, does Simon and Lazarus say anything? I imagine Grease is like, what the fuck is happening
What
today?
were you asking us?
I kind of said, well, if Kane doesn't know how to find Mala, do either of you?
No. We haven't seen her since she pulled us all into this portal realm.
Wait,
And Skarner attacked her and severed the little connection that was keeping us all together, connected to her. And she once she was gone, we just kind of spilled out into the rogue encampment.
But you have no idea what the rogue encampment is.
Well, yeah, it was just one place that, turned out to, yeah, it's the place that we're all dumped into this world. All our original group.
was
Like
this
Deckard
Mala?
said,
Oh god.
like Deckard said, I wasn't a part of whatever operation they were trying to hold up.
The
As
ones
far
you.
as we know, was that?
Oh, go ahead. Nope. Carry on.
As far as we know, Mala is missing. We haven't heard much of her whereabouts, other than she might be captured. We helped out, I'll say a small village worth of rogues. By... I don't know if they're dead, but I'm gonna say by killing one of the, I'm gonna call them demon generals. They're probably not demon generals, but they're very powerful.
Who
We
you referring
stopped
to?
Andario.
Deckard came and say he would cut in, and Dario, she was a lesser evil. And that's odd that they're working together, because at one point the lesser evils overthrew and banished the primes into our world. And that's what started the original war between us and the primes. But anyways, go ahead.
And we also stopped a ritual. We're not quite sure who was at the head of that, although we can only really guess that the demon named Skarner is behind it, since he was at the scene when we, stopped the ritual. They were trying to corrupt a tree of some sort. The rogues that we were with said that it was an angel root tree or something. There were rumors that apparently an angel fell from the sky. I don't know how true that is, but it's very important to the people over there, so it must hold some validity. The long and short of it is, we've lost our only connection to the other worlds, and there's a giant demon hunting us down.
I think it's safe to say that the demon Skarner will have problems of his own. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, he was grabbed by something we saw, but to be honest, I can't say that I really know what I saw.
Skarner was grabbed by something?
Maybe it was Mala. Is Mala a lesser demon? Or, as you say, prime demon? I can't remember the word you used. Lesser prime demon.
If I remember how they described her, she was nothing more than an old lady.
Would you know, Mr. Deckard? Senor Deckard?
Would he know what? I'm sorry.
This Mala, were they a lesser prime demon?
Oh, no. Mala is very much human. Can you describe the creature you say grabbed this Skarner?
That is... Ross is better with descriptions than I am.
You jerk.
You guys haven't.
What?
You guys have the image of what you saw in our Discord chat.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay, if you're gonna use it, I got it. Do you want me to... Where do you want me to put that?
No, don't give it to them. Just use that to describe what you saw.
Okay. Yes, well, and we saw it in its entirety.
Yes. Probably a good 10-15 seconds you were staring at this thing like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, anyone would see that and be like, no, I don't want it. Yes, so Ross would turn and say, the creature we saw was big, even larger than Skarner, actually. It seemed to stand on what looked to be spindly, spidery legs, even arachnid appendages. It had bones, bone-like pauldrons protruding from its shoulders and horns, and there was an amulet on its chest. Its eyes seemed to exude evil and malevolence. To be honest, it wasn't a normal demon. I shudder to think what demon prince it could have been, but I'd never seen or heard of its like.
Oh, did my foundry just freeze up?
That's not worrying. That's a lot of information.
No,
and you're
it is a good
Are they
thing.
here? Are they here?
Is who here?
Yeah.
Rowan? Oh,
Rowan
okay.
is.
Well,
Rowan is. Sentinel, would you have stayed in the forge, or would you have gone with Sentinel? I mean, with Rowan.
I probably would have followed Roman a little bit, but I've been kind of like meandering through the city, kind of like keeping a little bit of distance from her at the same time.
Okay. Well, then you have not quite gotten to the library. Deckard Cain goes immediately to a section of the library here. Oh, yes, is this, where? Oh, yes, here. He begins to flip through a large tome, and as he does so, he opens up and there is a drawing, and damn it, I don't have a drawing.
Quick question: would Rowan have walked in at the end of that last description?
Yeah.
Like,
You've been here for a few seconds. You heard them discussing Mala, and then something about Scorner. I'm
Spider
not sure how
demon.
much you would have heard.
Spider demon sounds like Andariel. Reminds me of Andariel.
So let's do
I turned to see
this.
you.
Oh fuck!
I thought you said this Andariel had been defeated.
She did, but she sounded. The way you described her with the way you described that creature, with almost like spindly legs, almost like an arachnid. That's how I would describe Andariel. She's quite insect-like in her movements.
You said she.
Yes.
No, the creature I speak of had, well, not to be crude, but hideously masculine features. It was most assuredly, I kind of scratched the back of my head, like...
There were no deets.
So
Yeah.
Deckard Cain opens a drawing in the book as y'all are talking. He interrupts you, not meaning to, but
Yeah.
oh, did it look something like this? And he pulls out this drawing of, well, that it's in group 1 actually. If you guys want to look at it, I'll upload it into Foundry later. And it
Yes.
does resemble what you're looking at, yes.
Yes, that's it exactly. I quickly browse over the citation.
Oh, it is worse than I feared. You see his brow furrow, and his hand kind of shakes as he points towards the demon in the creature. In the picture. That is Baal, the Lord of Destruction. If you saw him, he has been freed.
The primeval?
Yes, the leader of the prime evils. That means... Oh dear. This is bad. This is very bad indeed. At that moment, there's an instant a power that almost a concussive power. You don't hear it, but you feel it, almost like the bass in somebody's car that has a very good system. It just, you feel it in your chest. Everybody feels it. The building seems to rattle. You see dust and sand kind of drift and down from the top of the building here, and there are kind of windows up to allow sunlight in here to see. You see the sky outside immediately begin to darken, and a sense of dread overcomes all of you to the point where everyone kind of drops down, almost like to catch their breath, and that's where we're gonna call it a night.
No!
Damn.
Fuck.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
What, you want to go another 20 minutes? Alright, dude, we could do that. It's not a problem.
But Grease, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna say something like?
I was going to see if I can make it outside to see what was
Oh, okay.
causing the lights to dim.
All right.
But I guess that doesn't matter.
No, don't go outside.
Well, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed this session. And we will be back next week to find out what the fuck just happened.
Hey.
Deckard, I will tell you this. There's a very serious look of concern on Deckard Cain's face.
No.
Is it like a look of... Is it like a look of concern, like, oh man, I dropped my cookie, or oh shit, I burnt the pot roast?
Yeah, like...
It's more the look of concern, like, man, we're all gonna die. We're all dead and don't know it yet. So,
yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
bye everyone. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, share, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Come by.